Good Wednesday evening, early start in the American Reach Mahjong League regular Wednesday broadcast. Nathaniel here,
Eat.
joined by Carl, hopping into an A1 game, and we immediately start with a double reach. Welcome to A1.
Gee,
Welcome to A1.
Korak opens up to a fantastic hand, double reach Eudora 1. And Amy says, I guess I'll cheat that and break your Ipatsu, but yeah, in total trouble here. Nothing is clear. She tries the Suji too, and that's exactly what Korak was looking for. Double Richi, Dora no Ura, 77 to start the game. We didn't even have a chance to introduce the players, and they've already won a hand.
Eat.
Alright, Korak, of course, has won the 2025 yearly championship and has come into this season with a lot of second places. There's actually 2 more seconds listed in his standings than actually exist. I think a couple of those are some legacy results from the championship. But kind of chilling right around 0 this season. Amy on the right, also pretty close to plus minus 0. Matthew a little bit lower in standings, but nothing too far. Also played in the championship. Actually was leading most of the way and found himself Tempai for a Sanbaimon hand that would have won him the championship, but was not meant to be.
Eat.
Bi will take the Richi. Was it a Chan slash Tanki for a while? Swaps the Tanki to 1 pin and says, this looks good. And it does. 3 tiles at the wall. Ichi Hatsu.
We're getting all this early hands.
Do you like 1 pin here? Do you prefer looking for a multi-sided weight?
1P is a very good weight. I might just go actually with the early 2P card on yourself and on Math.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Carl. It is. I actually like doing this kind of weight against B. I remember playing against him in one of the online events and ending up on 9P Tonki twice. And it came out not because he thought it was safe necessarily, but because it just didn't fit his hand and he was pushing. But it was cool to have that weight win a couple times. And a similar situation, you early cut an 8, you wait on the 9, or you early cut the 2, you wait on the 1. Amy has done a good job hanging on to this 1 piece so far, is folding out. But no one else has drawn it yet. There's still 2 copies in the wall. And we have a Richi. Matthew gets a Tempai. And we'll just slam here. 6-9 so for Richi Pinhu. We'll just jam the door against this too. How about that for aggression?
Oh,
it's gonna get there too. Ura as well for 3,900. I think Matthew had cleared the 7 mon before. And so the 1 mon and 7 mon made the 4 mon Nakasuchi. But still, you can't really trust necessarily Nakasuji with the door tile as much as you would any other tile. But when you're Tempai, it's hard to just say no.
early enough in the round, we can take the risk.
That's true. In the, like East 1, nothing really has happened so far. In fact, somebody else has already dealt into 77. So even if you, deal the door into 39 yourself or something around that mark, you can still recover. Something like 5-2, 5,200. You're still not even last place. There's plenty of time to recover, as you say. Well, we go to Amy's dealership here in East 2. She's got great central tiles. I get excited when I see 6-6-7-7 mon and like 4-4-5-6 pin. The idea of Yam Peko is like more like 1. Hey.
Oh,
Nope, just another row 1 Richi. It's just funny. Usually that's something that Korak will jokingly complain about, or maybe not so jokingly. But he can't complain this time. He got a double Richi in East 1, so. It is Michihatsu, potential door as well if he finds the 2 so winner, although 3 of those tiles have been drawn. Still 4 left in the wall of the 2-5 so wait. I wish I had been looking at his hand a little bit more closely, because he did cut 1 pin, choosing to give up the pair there. Actually, Tadashi 4mon, West, West, 1 pin, 1 pin. His high pie must have been crazy good.
We're still in shock from the two earlier hands.
Yeah, kind of interested in seeing how Amy will want to play this, because usually she doesn't want to just give up. 9-so will go through. She has a pair. In fact, she has all the blocks. She draws them in like 3-pin. Could be incentivized to just jam 9-pin, 9-pin. In fact, that tile will clear now. She might get some calling options in the future, but right now there's not a lot of safe tiles, even post-Ricci. And there's the Sumo. Matthew will just find the Dora, the expensive side, and it will be a Mongon. I guess would have gotten that anyway with the Ura. It feels good to confirm. More expensive weight. Matthew up to 43 too. Fortunately for Amy, eating the Oyakabuli there, but still anyone can make something happen here in just East 3. We look to Matthew as the dealer now. A great high pie. Yan Shantam can even cut the 1-mon, 2-mon now and play towards Pan Yao potentially. What do you think about this double East versus the Penchant?
I break the penchant because there's a reasonable Tanya chance.
Yeah, Matthew thought a long time about that East and decided he would cut that before the 1-mon. But I know a lot of players really, especially, when you're the East player in the East round, they value that double East really strongly over a lot of other discards. As is, though, the shapes keep improving. Now potential Samenchan in the Pinzu, and of course with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, the two copies of the 6-pin, I'll make the 3-pin draw even better, because you can now use that as your pair and hold a 4, 5, 6, complete a shape, and then the 6, 7 Yamen open-ended, two-sided shape is quite strong. But we have a Ricci coming out from Korak instead. Just insta-reach Ricci Dora 1, waiting on the 8-mon. Instant chase. Biyi's weight should be strong here. 6-pin, 9-pin. But funnily enough, it's 4 tiles for Biyi versus 3 tiles for Korak the Wall. So not that much of a difference despite the weight quality. Against 2 Ricci's.
It's pretty hard to follow.
Yeah, tough defensive job. Finds the 6-0. It's Nakatsuchi to Korak, so safe to 1. Perhaps choosing to defend against the player that is closest in points to him.
I see a chase from Amy as well.
Oh yeah, she has worked her head into Ishanten, but we will have a 9-pin coming out of Korak instead. No, it is. So just 3,900. And that will even up the scores of Korak and P as we move into East 4. And finally, we have his first chance as the dealer. Be in his first run in the A1 division. Doing quite well, actually. Ahead of all the other players at this table. The tidy plus 30.
Interesting idea to start the hand by cutting the Antron 9-7.
Yeah, it holds up the Hatsu and the Dora a little bit longer. So I can do better than this shape. And maybe the rest of the hand is weak enough that he really values the Yakuhai potential. Still holding on to this door even though the green dragon has come out. Maybe there's ideas of 3 for 5 Sanchuk as well. We have Matthew picking up a Penchant, so Shantan could cut the 5-mon. That's a natural decision here. Lock in the 6-so pair and hold the 1-3-5 Nyankan. What you're really hoping is that you pair up 1-so or 3-so. Or just draw immediately into Tenpai and Slamorichi. That's pretty good too.
Being on 3-6.
Each Pinshu. Ishanten for Amy. It looks like she's going to want to fight this because she has Sanjok potential. That could be a big hand. The 8-mon just came out. If it came out for Korak in response, she could call for a Tempile that would be relatively inexpensive. Korak actually, Ishanten now on the right with potential Tanya Pinshu Ipeko. He will just jam if he gets there, I'm sure. Where AB has had to push a couple tiles to find this Ishanten, Korak has been able to do it relatively safely with the West 1-pin cuts. There's that 8, and Amy will let it go. Not willing to push a 6-pin for just 1,000 points, plus the stick. But here's another 8. You might have to call this if you are planning to go for it.
G.
And she'll give it a shot. P. Ishanten. Place the Suji 3-pin. This weight is super live for Matthew. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't won it yet. Is that... Oh, he was going to draw it back to back, but the Chi shifted the 3-mon off the wall. Amy does not like the 6.
It's not look good indeed.
The last cut before the Ricci cut was the 5-mon. A lot of times it's not the tile that was the Ricci declaration tile, but rather the tile before that is your weight. But with so many tiles in the wall, Matthew does eventually find it. Sumo Pinshu no Ura will be the 20-fu for the Pinshu, 700, 1300. And we will move into the South rounds. This has been a very fast-paced game.
We got one dealer kit. It's the double Ricci.
It's true. Well, looking around the board here, of course, we have Korak, who has kind of medium high pie, has one completed shape, and a door connector in the form of a 2-so that can easily incorporate a 3-so. But this is a kind of rough start. He's posturing as if he wants to form some sort of flush fake with all these terminal cuts and maybe 9-pin next. Now there's 2 shapes there, so he doesn't have to. He could just cut an otter. West is twice cut. Chun once cut. Interesting to cut the Chun over the West there. Meantime, Amy on the right with 5 pairs.
Seems to have run into a decision point.
Across the table. Is this going to be a flush? He's going to go halfway here with the West.
That's Tempai.
Dom on the 5-pin. She's going to look for a good weight. Her pawn doesn't really look like it's Chitoy. So what's a good weight here? 9-pin? That looks pretty good. But if you reach with a 5-pin, it only she can see the 7-pin blockers. So she'll just dom with the 9-pin and look for better. Okay, we have the Ricci. Oh.
The Ricci pin.
So just Ricci pin. Maybe Dora on the 3-so. I guess with this lead, it's totally fine to take whatever tempo you can get. You don't need to be too greedy.
Ricci.
Or I see Amy immediately chase. Oh, but not quite Ipatsumo because of the cheat that broke that. But the Sumo pin for the call did move that 6-0 right into the drawing line. Amy will give up a stick as well. She took the chase immediately. Had plenty of time to decide that I'm going to chase no matter what I draw. And unfortunately, that was short-lived. But she will get another chance as the dealer. I love this high pie because it has a chance at 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku with Ipeko and Adora.
Could be the hand that turns it around.
Are you willing to call anything here, or do you just want to stay closed?
We'll stay close for a while.
It is pretty close to Tenpai, and if I have a high pie that starts this close to Tenpai, usually I'll stay closed a little bit longer than usual. Just feel like I have more time to draw what I need. And then I'd slam Orichi for a big value. Matthew's certainly incentivized to call open, though he has the South pair in the South round as the South seat player, so 3 Han prepared for him. Also has 6, 7, 8 such with chance as well. He'll certainly play towards that. Across the table, maybe Orichi Pihu with either Dora or Ipeco, a couple value options. Uh-oh. What do you do here? If you're going value play, like 5 pin, 8 pin? Oh, we cut the 8 so already, so it was actually 5, 6, 7 Sancho. I retract my statement.
Oh, it's definitely open. Oh, very
Interesting.
nice draw.
This is so wide if you just cut the 6 pin.
1
Throws it back.
That's against it.
Is this just locking in on the Tanyao Ipeco door too?
Wait. Right. Oh. Oh, it's go door too.
We'll just Dama here, and she might be able to nab a Dora. Kind of wouldn't expect a Dora to come out so easily, but if Korak somehow turns his... Oh, just Sumo!
つも
Yeah, just the Mongon here without the Richi, but that is a nice sum of points for Amy. What do you think on the Richi versus Dama decision?
The Dama is it's fine.
Yeah, I always have trouble with this one when the weight's on the door and it's a bad weight. Thinking I'm not expecting someone to drop a door, so I want to Richi. Just because I needed Sumo anyway. If I'm gonna Sumo anyway, might as well get extra points for it. But at the same time, there's a part of me that says, you know, somebody might just have an extra door in their hand. They tried to use it, they can't use it, it could fall out. If I reach it, it will never fall out. But if I Dama, I might get it.
Cool.
I think
Yeah,
every
Actually, it has to be the overflowing door.
yeah. Every hand that has that sort of scenario is a little bit different too, so you can't just make the same decision over and over again. Or you could be Korak and just Richi that all the time.
Yeet.
Speaking of Richi, we will have the challenge here. Richi Tanyao. No door in this hand. Also, 1 tile off of being a 3-sided weight with Sanchoku potential. We only feel bad if we draw a 5-1 immediately.
Oh no.
Sorry, B. Don't worry, when you win this hand, I'll call some Ura for you.
It's
the
this Sanchoku chance is always real when you are commentating. So we have to
absolutely. You gotta know if I'm on the broadcast and you have a Sanchoku chance, just wait 1 turn. Oh, it's really, really coming back now. Now, if enough 5s come out, then the 7 starts to look kind of safe. In the meantime, Korak has 2 copies of the Dora and 4 pairs.
つも
Alright, now Ura 1. I'm not that greedy to call Ura 2, so... And it wouldn't change the value anyway. You're welcome, B.
A little bit of assist.
Yeah, I just watch B assist the players all the time when he's commentating, so I feel like he deserves some back.
Oh, that's very true. People call Ura down all the time.
Matthew is Ishan then already. I also love the fact that he just instant cut this 3-pin without hesitation. Certainly a good cut, but also it really accompanies the 1-pin discard as well, or complements it well, because you know there's no holding the 3-pin for later, no thought about the 3-pin. It's just like, I don't need any lower pins. This is an interesting choice. Could hold for the immediate Kanchan here with a potential Tanyao shift later, or drop something like the 2-so or 5-so and take the immediate efficiency. I'm a little bit inclined to like the 5-so just because of the funny 3-mon draw into 2-3-4 Sanchoku, but we can still get that with the 9-mon drop, and Tanyao is a good hand, so seems reasonable.
Interesting idea.
And of course, you know, holding a 2-3-4-5 shape is great because we can just draw any of, you know, 1, 3, 4, 6. So, and then just cut away from our Kanchan shape and have an excellent Pinfu. I think Korak has picked up on the fact that oh, there's another 4-pin.
No.
Yeah, Korak started with door 2 and said, you know what, I'm going to make this hand Tanyao. And fortunately for him, Bingyi is playing for Honitsu, so he's also cutting all of these easily callable tiles. And we do have a Tempai. Oh, do we go for Sanchoku for the Mangan? Korak says yes.
Only 2 left in the ball.
Yeah, this is greedy. This is a play for 30k. Uh-oh. Oh, Matthew dropped the 2-so earlier, so no 2-3-4 thoughts here. And he's just done.
A very disciplined play.
Right now, B is the closest competitor in points to Matthew, so Matthew just says, I'm going to stay away. You want Sozu? You want Pinzu? Just kidding, I know you don't. Amy, on the other hand, needs the Pinzu. Finally finishes getting rid of all the Mon tiles of the hand. Wow, all 4 cups of the 2-pin and no dragon triplet yet. Pinyu's just holding them all. He knows somebody wants them.
Let's see some very funny mochi.
Somehow Matthew is Ishantan again, but goes the safe way. So there's no Chanta here, which means no reason for BE to cut the 6 over the 9.
Boom.
Okay, Chun clears. Now BE has to worry about the 7-pin cut. No con on the Hatsu. Matthew still back to Ishantan. Just plays it safe, not going to cut any pin tiles at this point. Dora 3, uh-oh.
He can switch weight.
Yeah, well, the pin
Oh.
will look bad to Amy. The Monzo looks bad to BE. Will he just break here? It's deciding the best Mon tile to cut. Oh no, and Amy draws the 5, but it's too late for her. She should cut a safe tile. Does not. Tries the 5, and that will go into Korak's Mangad. He selected the correct Tonki.
Fortunately for Amy.
Well, that puts us in an interesting situation here. Matthew at 43.5. Bihi and Korak almost tied here. W once again opens up with a perfect start towards a flush. You know, when you have all these singletons of honors, I always think it's going to be Chinitsu rather than Hoitsu. Give that full flush.
Very true.
ポン
In the meantime, Korak is Ishantan on the right. Bad shape Ishantan, though. It's got a Penchon 1-2 Mon and a middleweight 5-7 Mon. So he's holding the 4 pin, trying to get something to connect to that, get rid of one of the bad shapes at least. Amy also opens up for the Green Dragon, which, you know, this is not going to be enough points to overcome the gap. But if she can bring one player below 30,000 points with her, then she will avoid losing 5 points of extra Uma. Hang on, Korak found the tempo and says, you know what, I'll just go.
Very interesting decision. Do you risk the 30k line with the Ricci?
Yeah, he did not want to cut the penchant there and break Tempai. Just says, I'm Tempai, and it looks like Bingy's having trouble using the Monzu, maybe. Maybe the early 1-mon from Matthew signals that he's having trouble using the 3. But Amy will get there first, and presumably will just take this win.
ドン
Now this confirms 4th place, but it does save her 7,000 points. So this hand's worth a lot more than you might expect.
It's interesting that she's still thinking about aiming for sumo, drag 2 people below 30,000.
Yeah, although bringing 2 people below doesn't affect her score. That would actually affect the score of Matthew. Because at that point, he'd be the only player above 30,000 points. And so he would gain 5 points. But Amy would still have avoided the 5-point penalty. And as a result, she only loses 27.2, which is a completely respectable 4th, numbers-wise. Korak takes minus 6.3 for his 3rd place. And Bingyi survives at exactly 30,000 points, the same number of points he started with. So he will take 5 points into the next round for a 2nd place. Matthew, the big winner, as we end up saying a lot in A1, plus 28.5. Had some very nice hands. All right.
This was a pretty wild hunch.
We
His
knew
hands
it was
were-
going to be wild when it started with a double reach. The first discard of the game, reach. Let me check the oh yeah, they're going right into the next game. So will we. All right, so it'll be Amy to start next, Matthew to the right, B across the table, Korak on our left. We haven't really gotten a chance to see how the standings have changed. B up to 35, still in the lead among this group of players. Korak will dip briefly into the negative, so the score on the screen is actually slightly inaccurate. It should be around -4. But everyone else, except maybe Matthew, looks good. And we're underway. Right, Dora 5 pin. Amy must be feeling pretty good about this high pie. Haku seems natural. She's already got a copy of the Dora pretty close to Tempai as well. Feels like we could see a dealer reach pretty soon. Ooh, 2nd door connector. Is this east here, or do you cut something like 6-mon?
I always cut.
There's a world where we move into Tanyao now. Yeah, Amy sees it too. It's going to cut the 9-so away here and maybe even get rid of the entire 9-9-7-so block. Okay, what else is happening? Across the table, B has called the 1-so. This is not Toy Toy. This is not Junchan or Chanta. Not Yakuhai. It's not Honitsu.
Uh,
I'm
That's
I'm
the
going
best.
through this as from the perspective of the other players at the table, trying to figure out what this Yaku is. We have a Tenpai from Amy, just on the 5-mon Kanchan. I've seen people slam this all the
リー
time,
チ
and Amy will as well. What would you do in that situation?
I will slam, especially knowing that Bingy is going for something that hard to use the 5.
Yeah, he's already cut the 5. He's called a 1, so which is weird. Make him rethink his hand. With the chance to draw a Dora and a better shape, I kind of like going 6-mon. But I think it's classic to just take the Ricci. Dealer Ricci +1 is usually pretty strongly incentivized to slam. Another benefit of Dama or breaking there is that you can draw the 6 as well for Tanya. Ooh, con opportunity. That's a must con, I feel. Makes the 5 look a little bit safer. Now all you have to do is drop an 8-mon, and the Nakasuchi trap will be set. Oh,
Oh.
wait. Tenpai?
That's an interesting way to get back into Tenpai.
He says the 8-pin is a little too hard to play.
Skips the pawn. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think he
that's
wants to
first.
draw... Oh, well, now the 8-pin just looks safe. Matthew is Isham 10, by the way. If he... Oh, that's a great connector. Now we can go Force of Tuso. Tuso actually hasn't been seen, so that might be a little bit iffy. And actually, the 3-mon and the 6-mon have come out a ton. So this 4-5 is not as good as it usually is.
C
A little shift of the high day there from being Yi has saved Chun Chun. Amy the only one Tenpai. Alright, her high pie opens up to be relatively decent. Could be reached painfully later. Would love to draw a 3-pin pretty soon. This take completes another set sequence. Matthew at the right, looking even stronger.
Content already.
Yeah, this is super fast. Even holds the 5-mon over the 8-pin acceptance. This is just going to be Tanyo.
Alcora on the left has Hatsudora to Ishanten.
Oh, with the Hatsu Ankoed up in hand already. Oh, here's that 9 so. So Matthew can hold on to this 9 so for a little bit, but it really looks like it's coming out. And then that would be an easy pull for Korak into Tenpai. Look at his choice of weight. Either the 2-5 pin or the 2-mon, 3-mon. Probably just call this as well. And now Matthew's 9 so would be a deal-in. He might even want to drop it sooner rather than later, because Korak looks like he's doing some sort of outside hand with that call. Yeah, just drops it
Wrong.
immediately. Says, let me get this out before you Tenpai. Korak.
Unfortunately.
I am always Tenpai. That's just a super fast hand from Korak. And he will jump into lead here in East 2. Matthew will get the dealership back. 2 Pandora, once held, could be a Tanyao, could be rough with Kanchan shapes. Also, fantastic hands everywhere else around the table. On the right, you've got Dora 2 and very speedy shapes for Bi. Already 2 away. Across the table, Korak anchoed up the east, so he has his Yakupai confirmed once again, and it's just Ishanta and could slam any Ricci here. We'll probably even pass on calls to a angle towards the Ricci. It's going to be so much stronger. On the left, Amy, a very strange sequence of cuts. 8 so, 3 mon, 8 pin. What does it mean? Oh, she's got triplets in her hand. Yeah, definitely moving in the direction of the Chanta. Tempai call passed, and now here's a 2 pin. So Quark will slim down the 4 mon, try to incorporate the door to hand.
Oh, it is content or Chichoy.
Yeah, that funny 2 Onkos in your hand, but you can always move it to Chitoy later. I'm thinking more Su Onko at this point.
Oh, you mean? Oh no, I mean for Bin.
Oh, you're right. I saw Amy draw that 1 pin. My eyes were firmly affixed on her hand.
Huge hand.
Oh yeah, Beanie's absolutely gunning for it. There's a Tempai.
Oh.
But is she going to greed? The problem is it's hard to take this Tempai, yeah, without breaking the Suanko attempt. If you cut the south, there's a chance, but the Chuso's already once out. So she will hold a Dama with Yakuhai, Chanta, San Uncle, and the south is a surprise. It's a Hanuman Dama 10, just out of nowhere, and Amy's up to 44,000 points. Well, speaking of rare hands,
Are you gonna see another one?
this looks like it, right? Maybe Junchan at this rate. Junchan Sanshoku, Dora 1. That's a Dama Hanuman is dealer.
The only problem is that 9P is uncoded up Matthew's hand.
Not close enough to Tanya to go 999. Well, that's a pair. B really doesn't want this to be his pair. But it's not that big of a sacrifice to cut the north because he really wants to shut. Uh-oh. That's all 4 copies of the 9 pin now held. If we see the con, B is going to be very sad and also somewhat relieved because then his plan is a lot easier. He can't get, trapped by the thought that he's going to make Junchan. He can just play efficiently from there.
You're gonna see it soon.
Korak's hand looks pretty decent. It is Ishantan now. Just holding this 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 pin shape along with the east pair, giving some flexibility as to what the pair of the hand is going to be. If these comes out, you can pull them into Tempai. But you could also just draw 2 pin or 5 pin into Ricci, Dora 1. It's kind of like remove the 1, 2, 3 from the hand. It's a 3, 4, 4. Perfect Ishan pen shape. 3, 4, 4 with the east pair. Bini draws the
Each
to his Ayasume, but it's actually his only option at this point. Korak Ricci did draw the Ipeiko and just slams here. Ricci Ipeiko Dora is always a slam.
相撲
Yeah, Team Hatsumo. Let's go. Will there be no Uraso, just the Mongon? And we'll slide around to Korak's leadership. Well, a lot of big hands so far. I think we've seen Mongon, Hanuman, Mongon.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not even out of the East round yet. Korak with double tone.
Legit heavyweight fight here.
This is the type of hand where Bingi holds the honor tiles for a long time. I feel like a lot of players would hold that ASO in case they draw a second copy of the Dora. But Bingi refuses to drop any of these honor tiles. That is an interesting component of his game. One of the players that I notice choking the dragons more than most players, I feel.
It might not be just for choking. His style is he prefers calling. So it's with the not so good hands. So he will save the honors for later. He wants to.
Yeah, this type of play actually reminds me a bit of Edwin's style as well. We'll get the Haku eventually. The Hatsu goes through it ahead of the Tom. So Korak has had to wait to get this tile.
ポン
In the meantime, Matthew is building towards Chinitsu. Chinitsu Tempai on the 3-so.
ポン
Be not
No overflow we might
Yeah.
see.
not believing the Tempai, but understanding the East is good. Oh my goodness, the Pol Nintetsumo. All right. So Matthew gets a Hanuman. Chinitsu with a Dora. I guess the next hand is going to be Mongon. We're just alternating at this point. The question is, whose Mongon is it going to be? Well, Matthew has Dora too, so that's a good start to it.
Everyone's getting a relatively slower scan.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision for Amy. With all of these blocks, 8 mon, 556 pin, 899 pin, 13, so which one to cut? Yeah, it's not immediately obvious to me.
This is probably the only cut that makes 5 blocks and moves closer to Tanya and Shitoi.
Maybe it's just 789.
That will be a Mangan.
Oh, well then. 9-pin start, locking in that sequence. 6-pin follow, and 8 mon. I see the vision. Matthew, incidentally, has a Mongon queued up. Double south door too. Just needs to get the double south and then finish the hand. Uh-oh, this is Tempai. Or not Tempai, Ishanten. But Ishanten that involves cutting the 7, no. Okay, starts with a 5. There's still an out. If Amy draws 2 mon, 3 mon, she can still get the Sanchoku. At this point, she might not even want it. The 9 mons come out 3 times. And Dora 3 pull, and Matthew says, look at me. Korak takes a second to reassess the situation. 7 can also be pulled. It looked like the harder tile to call because he has the wall of sixes, but yeah, Matthew still needed that. More than anything, he needs the south, and that's a tile that Bingy might refuse to discard at this point. Feels like both Bingy and Quark are playing a little bit cautiously around this hand. Neither player, Quark specifically, not giving him Zishantan, but...
Meanwhile, he got to input.
Dom.
He just pulls the Dama here, says, I don't want to have anything to do with this. I'll just take my win rate. And she gets there on the 1-mon snipe. I think Korak was Tempai there, but did not want to take Kanchan 7-pin against Dora 3. And so we repeat, aiming up to 40.5 thousand points. No Dora in hand, but actually a relatively average Hypai. Matthew, maybe a little bit better. Not too far ahead, though. 8-so draw would be pretty clutch. Or 6-so towards Tanya. 6, 7, 8. Or 5, 6, 7. Across the way, Bingy holds for the door connector. Could be 3 for 5 Sanchoku. And Korak on the left. Closest to Tempai, mile long shot. Might even end up preemptively cutting the 5. So at some point, just lock in the door. Of course, you don't want to do that too soon because you could draw another Dora or another, say, 6-0 that allows you to use 2 Dora. You'll just hold the perfect Ishanten down. Oh. Does cut the 5-so now. Maybe resolve to do that at the end of row 1, but I think that that 4-mon draw incentivizes me to cut the 1-mon. Unfortunately, drawing the 3-so is Tempai, but if I draw the 2-so, I'd be hard-pressed to not just go west-west. That's kind of my thing.
It's the chance of,
Yeah, another chance to cut west-west and go for Tanya, but the Kanchan probably not worth it. They're now preemptively cutting the 7-pin as well. So just locking in the shapes. Decides it's getting late enough that he wants to be able to take safe entry into Ricci. Amy's hand still chilling. Matthew has drawn the 6-0, but there's also work to do. This is one of those hands you have perfect Yamen shapes. You could have 5, 6, 7 Sancho. Everything looks good, and it won't get anywhere. I've been here before. I'm calling it now. Matthew will not get Tempai. Yi working towards that 3 for 5 Sancho or Liam Peko, but instead we have the Korak Ricci. He draws the 3rd copy of the Dora.
Ricci.
And Amy says, well, I'm dealer. I'm going to chase you. Waits for 3-pin. Takes the Suji Trap Ricci. Matthew will try east-east. He will need to find another pair. P hanging on, but the 9 still looks pretty tough to push. So he'll just back away now with 1-mon. 1-mon. 3-pin is 1 tile in the wall. 5, 8-pin has 3 tiles in the wall, I believe.
yes.
Definitely advantage Korak, not only with the weights, but also the hand value. Matthew, I think, pauses there to consider whether or not Khan is a good option. Good thing he didn't, because Korak finds Sumo. This is going to be big already. Needs Sumo Dora 3, but of course, there's the Ura. And that will make a Hanuman. So we missed our Mongon in the last round, but we're still working on that alternating Hanuman kind of trend that these players have started.
That happens. We almost had it.
So I guess we're not going to get a Hanem on this hand. You might as well just fold. Prepare for the next hand. One's Sodora, so it's definitely going to be hard to use. B already Ishanten on the right, but it's not for a tremendous amount of value. The West isn't even his wind. It's like, why couldn't I have that Anko last round, you know, when I was in the West seat? That's how I feel, at least. If you're Bingy at this point, how do you squeeze more out of this hand? Is it even possible?
Pretty hard. I think this is one of those optimal Ura 3 hands.
Ah, you're right. Let's see, the South, only one's cut. I guess you can try to incorporate the Dora, potentially. Oh, but now you're just locked in. Probably Tuso here. Okay, 4, 5, 6 Sanchoku.
Path to. Oh, but we need to shift the hands.
Matthew can now use the Dora if he draws Tuso. Those odds are running thin, though. 2 have been discarded already. Oh, but it's so tempting. We're going to see the Tumon first. He's really going to need to draw this because Amy can certainly use the Tuso.
Each.
Yeah, the Tempai. It's not the correct Tempai. Well, I guess it's as good as it's going to get.
It's likely yes.
Each only. I mean, when you remember that he's going to hit Urasan, then any Tempai is good.
It decides to back off.
The funny thing is, if Bingy had committed with West, West, West earlier in the game, he would be each ping Tanya now, right now. The only reason I bring this up is back when I had asked, is there any way to squeeze additional value out of this hand? That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. Unfortunately, we see that 7 of the weights are on the board already.
Yeah, probably not going to win then. Quark just getting out here with the Silzu. Infinite safety, essentially. 6-so, 6-so, 9-so, and then maybe needs to.
It is where we might see a high tide symbol.
Oh, that's extra value as well. Oh, we're down to 1 south left in the wall for that Udasan.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. Well, all the tiles were drawn, so fair effort. But expected. No Hanuman in this hand. It's this one that counts. And B, as the dealer, is really hoping it's going to go to him. But this Hypie looks really bad. Okay, I spoke too soon. It's not really bad. It's just pretty bad.
Yes.
Korak, not so bad over there. Maybe a 4 Mon draw would be pretty nice. Confirm Ipeko shape. Could move to Tanya. We know he's always looking for Tanya.
The high pie zone. Everyone else seems a little too quick. Actually, Matthew. No, sorry, Korak.
Yeah, Amy. I wonder if she's dreaming about sevens right now. Can she get lucky? Quack into Ishan 10 with, again, potentially Ipeko on the 4-mon draw. And the shapes for Matthew are kind of interesting. I mean, straight up Tanya, but which Kanchan shapes you choose to hang on to are going to be relevant. He chose to cut the Tuso early. The hand's almost lacking in the pair department. Oh, that's a great draw. This is a huge Ishan Den now. just cutting the 3-pin. If you treat the 6-mon as an onko, then you're left with 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, which is a fantastic shape when you're looking for a pair. It's a little bit weakened by the fact that you have that triplet right next to it, blocking off some of... Oh, wow, here you go. This is going to be a monster weight. 3-mon? Surely 3-mon?
Wait, no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, wait, most of his weight is
Wait,
gone?
only 4 tiles left?
Wait, how's that possible? It's a 257? 2547 rather?
Yeah.
A 4-tile
You can see
weight only has 4 tiles left? That sounded weird. Four unique tiles. The number of weights of those tiles is also limited to 4. Kind of nuts. Still, it's a strong Ricci, but... Be relegated to west-west here. Oh, but he's getting close to Tenpai Shantan now. He might have to jam 2-5. Surely the 2-mon looks pretty safe.
If I'm looking at this right, there is only 1 M left, which means... Okay, there is no 2M left, which means it can only be Takeme for Korak here.
Oh, the Sanshoku? That's promising, I guess. If he gets to a Tenpai, he's probably just going to take it, even if that means dropping the Dora here. Could have been a call for a Tenpai, but Amy doesn't want to drop the 4, so... Interesting choice, with just 3 so back. And the 7 clears, the 4 so was fine. 8-mon, one of the few mon tiles that central mon tiles that doesn't deal in. Puln, Dora Puln. And now Binyi will aim towards Haite. I think that Puln... oh no, that Puln caused Amy to draw Korak's winner. And now Binyi draws the 1 so ahead of time. He has Haite though, so he's just picking his best Haite weight. And says 1-4 is better than any of my other options, like 3-6-mon. He's probably right. Oh, there's a 1 so again. Too soon. It turns out he needed to cut the 2 so. Who could have known? For Haite Dora 3. Korak looks at that weight and says, how did I not win?
We'll know when he comes back to watch the stream. I mean, this is not as injustice as one of the Emily games recently. There's this one Japanese pro, he reached on 147p, 369p weight with 11 in the wall. He went to Yokyoku.
That's insane. 6 tile weight, 3 times as many outs, it live in the wall, and it still goes to draw. I could understand if he like reached with 4 tiles remaining. But obviously that wasn't the case. There were 11 copies in the wall. P. Dion Shantam.
Reach.
Matthew Tenpai. Oh, and this could be big too. Noli Patsu. Korak will draw what would have been Ipatsu. Is it a 1-pin? Not an easy choice here for Binyi. Nothing's safe, so maybe just push. It's not 1-pin.
Do we count this round as the round for Mangan or Karima?
That's true. It went to Ryukyoku in the last round.
Dom.
Well, maybe that Ryukyoku just broke it.
Maybe.
We're now winning Ricci Pinshu only? What are these hands? So cheap. as we go into South 4. Korak still with the lead, but a tenuous one. As the dealer, that means that both Amy and Matthew can overtake with the Mangan Sumo. And Bigi's not gonna content to just let this slide either. He's also playing to his condition, which is Mangan Sumo of his own.
It looks like he's just trying to keep Matthew below 30,000.
That's true. North start followed by the 9-pin palm. Sometimes, though, this turns into a flush. Still could be a little bit short, but the Dora is in the flush suit.
Oh, Matthew is already shunted.
With Yakuhai confirmed as well. So we could call this down. Oh, but just draw into Tempai. Classic. 5 tiles in the wall. Are we going to see the typical Matthew Tsumo? Not Ifatsu, so he's going to do a little bit more to overtake. Each Tsumo Nan. Ira. That would do it. Be not good choice here. Just plays the 9, so it is right next to the Ricci tile, but also there haven't been a lot of decisions for Matthew yet, so it's hard to say that that's an indicator that the weight is actually around the declaration tile. Dora came out, and Hatsu Anko we have immediate flip on cons. So Hatsu Hoitsu the con flipping a Dora. Oh, but Amy just calls her way into Tempai and shuts it down. Confirms second place over 30,000 points. Prevents Matthew from doing any additional damage. And so Korak will claim the first here, plus 24.6. Amy takes the second place, plus 7.9. Matthew dips below 30k there, and will take a minus 7.3 result. And be, again, a respectable fourth here at minus 25.2. All right, we've gotten 2 games to the series, and they were good games. This one in particular was just back and forth. Mangan, Hanuman. Quite a while before finally ending somewhat peacefully. They will have 2 games yet to play, but we will have more tables to take a peek at. Looks like a couple games just started. Most recent table appears to be B26 with Takahiro, Luis, Yicheng, and Tyler. So let's take a pause on the screen and work our way to that game. Really funny story as we look at the A1 standings. There was one player who had not played any games for a while, just due to scheduling issues. I finally started playing games pretty recently. That player got 4 first places and now leading the division.
It's flow.
Okay, I'm going to take a moment as we pull up the game to adjust the names. So I'm going to rely on Carl, you to assist me here. What are we looking at?
Looking at the content for Taka.
Taka, what is this? He's at 48,000 points in East 1?
Early.
This is abnormal. Abnormal for Taka this season.
Among swings.
Reach.
It's not, oh.
His choice of 2-mon versus 8-mon. 8-mon Shonpai, so he plays the 2-mon instead.
3-6. 2 in the wall.
Yeah, so
Left is waiting on 4M Sunshine. But fortunately, the rate is dead.
no copies of the 4 remain. 5, so it's not the worst push, but Ty will just play it safe. Tough to go up against the dealer reach. Okay, so the reason that I was surprised that Taka was sitting here in the lead is because of this statistic. So far this season, Taka has had to deal with eating the Oyakaburi penalty when someone else summons on your dealership. 34.8% of his dealerships, which is 13% more than the average player. And when he does get hit by that, the average Oyakaburi is 1,351 points more than the non-dealer payment, which is a little bit less than a Mongon payment. His average is 2,325, a whole 1,000 points higher, which means on average he is dealing in, or he has to pay out more than 6,000 points. More than 4,000 points as the dealer when someone summons. And that's because he's been Baimon Oyakaburi'd. How many times? 4 times so far?
4 times?
In his first session, he was Baimon Oyakaburi'd 3 times in 4 games. And he thought it can't get any worse. And he starts session 2 and gets Baimon Oyakaburi'd again.
Oh no.
So maybe he's broken the curse. Maybe it's maybe he just wins now. We do have a fast tempo on the left from Tyler. Hakutora 1 can easily turn this into a multi-sided weight as well. With a connector to the 4-mon or this 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 shape. Oh, 9's a draw. Now we're going to get off of Chitoi. No, still committing. And doesn't deal in the 7, so which is good. Because Tyler immediately found this. That ends the dealership of Taka. This time, Oyakaburi, a mere scratch.
Good news.
lowers
another dealership.
Ooh, really fun stuff happening on the left. Pair of Dora, and all 4 copies of the 4-mon. Very heavy Tanya vibes. Ishanten on the right with a Dora. Imagine we'll see a Rishi Slam on most any draw. Taka also Ishanten. Yaman Ishanten. That mon shape does not look like it, but it's there.
I'm only thinking about which draw allows us to
Maybe 5-pin?
Very true.
8 so? 8 so, surely.
Oh, we might have a 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, Taka. I'm rooting for Tyler. Could 9 pin play for Tanya? Nice. When you know you're going to get 2-4 Sanchoku, then Tanya was a serious consideration. Now, Taka knows actually that he's not going to hit 2-4 Sanchoku. Yeah, a lot of thought here. Like, this is an option for the con, but he ultimately decides against it. Maybe if Tanya was guaranteed, you could think about the con there, but ultimately, even then, I probably wouldn't take it. Oh! Should have conned. Yeah, now 9 mon has come out a few times. 6 mon once cut as well. So this 7 mon, 8 mon has a little less utility. We'll see the Ricci only from the dealer. Not the greatest weight, but it could be a Ricci that freezes out other players. Not freezing Taka though. He'll just play out the 7 mon. And now Suji trap set. I don't think anyone's backing down though. Oh, 5 so clears. That's really important for Taka on the left to push his hand. Oh, well. That's problematic. Now the Suji is set, so I believe Taka will just deal in now. Or, or 5-pin, 4-pin. No, he plays the Suji. Understandable. I guess you could argue in the favor of 5-pin, 4-pin because of the Shitty 10 with an earlier 6-pin cut. But the 8-pin, it's hard for that to deal in. You know, I've asked myself, do they really have the other 2 copies of this tile? Surely not. Like, what are the odds? Roll.
Oh, it's already, or looks to be 401.
I shoved that on the right. This is the superior hand by all metrics. It's kind of a waiting game to see when Yichun goes declares the Ricci. Four pairs across the way. Is that ever a Chitoi? Chuso out kind of implies that that's what Tyler's considering here. Otherwise, you really feel like he would hold for the Dora. We'll see a Ricci only from Taka just says, I'm Tenpai, let's go. Do you always slam this Ricci or do you ever break? Of course, Yichun.
Or to break this one, I think.
The other 1-3. Yeah, of course, we're always gonna see the Ricci on the right. Sumo. Sumo as well. Sumo. Can we see an Ura? Not this time. Will just be 1326. 1,300, 2,600 for Yichun plus Honba plus Ricci stick. So nice sum of points there to get back up to 28-8. Slowly chipping away at the lead that Taka built in his dealership, and also gets the dealership of his own and try to chase down with larger chunks of points, especially with this hand. If you can connect the door and draw 7-pin, you're looking pretty good. Looks like the hand on the left is pretty close to the tenpai as well. Technically, Ishodan. One of those Ichinomi hands that could also just end up with a bad weight. I'm trying to find a way to squeeze extra value out. Maybe if you draw a Dora, you can cut the 2-mon and then try to use the Dora later. Possible if you draw the 9-pin. Oh, we've cut the 9-pin already. But if we redraw that, you could cut something like 2-mon, 1-mon, 1-mon, and build towards Itsu. Okay, here's that Dora. Let's go. Well, 3-mon does have...
7.
Sorry, say that again?
Oh, sorry. I think he decides that the 3-10 chance 7M already.
That's a good point.
That's...
And the 2-mon has some utility because it's still accepts 3. Well, we have a tenpai. Is this going to be taken?
Each.
It kind of feels like, you know, if you're cutting the door, you're willing to take the Riichi if you get there. Only one tile on the wall for this weight, but we'll see if it stops the other players. That's the main goal with this Riichi. It's got the dealer to kind of dance around Lamasu. Seven, so 8, so still dealer Ishanten, the Dora Chi, and push. Also waiting on the 7-pin. Could be problematic for Tyler, actually. He's got a floating 7-pin there. Oh, and it's getting close to coming out. Okay, plays the 7, so the save tile instead. If he draws 1, so we could see it.
Oh. If we see 3 people waiting on 7-pin.
Oh, I want it. Taka, draw that 5, so. Or just draw the last 7. Huh. Well, I guess reach.
Well, this destroys 2 people's ways.
Yeah, this is a little awkward. Oh, he pots some of the 1, so wow. I was not expecting Taka to be the winner here, but hits the Uda as well for the Mangan. Taka taking control in this game, 53-4. And I tell you what, if you're one of the other 2 players, Yichung or Liz, you're sitting there like, that's where my 7-pin was. They don't realize that the other player was also has that exact same mindset. Okay, so this is interesting. We have a north triplet across the way. And when I start with that, I want to find big value. What is the path to big value here?
Why Daisangen to me?
Well, I guess you're right. Needs to draw a tune pretty quickly, though, because the other 2 copies are held. Oh, still not coming out yet. Okay, that's a problem. That means he's not drawing a tile. 1 copy comes out. Will Taka hold off? No, he's too efficient.
Get rid of it right now.
So generally the backup plan is... Oh wait, hang on a second. We have a tenpai. Shitoi Dora too, waiting on the 5-mon. If Liz gets greedy here for Honitsu and the Sosu, the 5-mon could come out. Plays the tune instead. How about East? That's one's cut. That looks pretty good. We're gonna see the reach. How about holding the Dama for the 2-mon draw?
Oh yeah.
I think you have to actually dama this. Just because the 2-mon draw is that good. We're gonna see pawn, presumably.
ポン
The 7-so doesn't look that bad. Yeah, pawn into tempai, yakuhai, yakuhai.
チ
Against this Richi. Chi also tempai, 3-6-so versus this East. So 3-6 mon, 3-6-so, and then 6 mon only. Could see a double roam. 4-pin, not a good looking tile, but it probably won't deal into the door shape. There are 2 6-pins out from his perspective. He just jams it. 5-pin goes through as well. So now most of the pin tiles will clear. 7. That's Genbutsu to the Richi. 8. Suji. I mean, it's better than your other options, so just play it. Khan? Khan for Rinshan hype? You know he wants to do it.
Khan.
He wants to do it. Khan! Flips a Dora for himself and for Ichung as well. Oh, double-sided, but the 4-so is safe, so just hangs on. Not willing to push directly. 4-mon, that one's bad. Yeah, he's out.
So back up.
Gave it a fair shot, but gets out. Oh, the 2-pin, the Dora, it's safe.
ス
The
モ
3-so. All right. Tanya ends it. Tanya Dora 1. Just as things are getting exciting.
Oh.
Tyler never drew the 2-mon, did he?
Oh, he will. Oh yeah, I guess there is 1-2 in the wall. Unfortunately, I guess fortunately he did not draw the last
Oh yeah,
one.
that's right, because
He only got away.
yeah, the other player had the pair, so. All right. Well, we have shifted around the table completely, and we're back in the East round. Takahiro, our dealer, 2 tiles away from Tempai. Imagine 7-pin, 7-pin here. Most of the time, I want to just cut 9-pin, 9-pin A for Tanyo, but I'll hold out hope. Interestingly, we see the 6-mon cut over the Haku, though. Just confirming the shapes that we have in hand and not trying to play towards a future Tanyo. Could, yeah, Haku, and then there are some draws where you end up with Tanyo. Like 3-pin, 2-pin. 5-pin into 6-pin as well. They all work. So it definitely keeps the options open. F5 Taka, I'm really hoping I draw another middle pin tile, even 5-pin.
リーチ
But we have the each for Tyler. Reach Chun. Waiting 1-4-mon. Nice Nobaton shape. 1-mon's only been once cut so far. That's leads me to believe that they're it's a pretty decent weight. Seven-pin considerations of pawn, perhaps? That's not going to happen. And once again, Taka holding all 4 copies of tile. So back into Ishan then. If he gets Tempai, I could see him jamming the 6-so. It's not quite a Tempai. And you lose the 1-mon acceptance here, so I think we're going to see a pass. Oh, here's the Tempai. 6-so Leech.
リーチ
Leech. 3-so. It works too. Both go through. And again, both players on the same weight. But Bit of a sumo battle here. And if I'm... Oh, might be disconnect. Yeah.
No,
Well, this might
it's
be a
not
good
good.
thing because that one mon was hanging out. Was in a dangerous position. But oh no, it does come out.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
actually, it was better to be disconnected.
Yeah.
It can be
Oh, he did not
disconcerting.
realize he passed the 6p.
Well, I think it might just be when you've disconnected and it reconnects. It can be disconcerting, you know, where you are in the game. So you could just default to throwing a terminal.
Yeah.
I've had that happen like
Unfortunately,
on the offensive side, where I disconnect, I come back. I'm like, okay, I can still build a hand, and I slam a reach in. Like, wait, I'm 10. When did this happen? And on the defensive end as well, where I disconnect and come back, I have no idea what's safe anymore. So, and your timer's automatically on the lowest possible setting, so it just starts clicking immediately. You're like, how about this one? Love this hype though, for obvious reasons.
only one step away. Best end ever.
And even if you get the Asame, it's still Adora.
Oh,
Of course, we're looking at the 234 Sanchoku.
Unfortunately, 4p is only one left in the wall.
Look, as long as there's one, that's the important thing. All the hands look pretty decent, actually. I wouldn't be disappointed if I was any of these players. But, on the right, a couple tiles away from Tepai, some really interesting options with, let's see, 1, 2, 3 pairs. But if you pair up the Dora, it's 4 pairs, the Dora 2. Really interesting considerations. Wow, this is tough. How are we getting 234 Sanchoku with 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5? Oh, maybe now we just go 2 mon 2 mon. It's a little awkward of a choice to make, but just throws it back. I will say this mon block is really weak when you have 5 tiles on the same Suji with a sequence in the middle, like so 2, 2, 2, 5, 5. You really need a 6th tile there to make something happen, but there's just so few tiles remaining on that Suji line that it is really tough to expect that to come through. We will have the reach instead from Takahiro Ichipihu, potential Tanya on the 6 mon, immediately drawn by Ichang, but he'll hold on to that. Actually, Ishan then from that position. You also have Ishan then across the way with Tyler, although he doesn't really want to drop any pin tiles, and they certainly look a little bit challenging here. Ishan then, though, is broken with a 1-so cut. The West draw, unfortunate 1-pin draw after the reach. He had managed to suck. Oh wait, the 1-pin is Gambits now. Thank goodness.
Arguably, the 234 SSK could still happen.
There's the 4. Let's go. There's only one way this happens is with this, and then cutting the 2-pin, and then winning on the 2 mon. The last copy of the 2 mon. Gembu. That's a Dylan tile. Is that Tempai? That's Tempai. Sure, I would jam a 7 here. No, it does not.
It's against it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 6s out, so maybe that's why I was saying that, but it's Gembu, I guess. Could also, yes, that last 2 mon held by Tyler, he recognized the power of the 234 and said, I'm not gonna let this happen. Have I accidentally changed dealership when I shouldn't have? Is that something that I did, or I think so. I think I
Oh,
passed
it was
off
a
on
double
Taka.
roll.
Yeah, the double roll. I bet you if I go to chat, people will be calling out, "Hey, yeah, dealer did chat."
This is going into the clips
Oh
for
no.
A1. No, for B.
End of the year show.
Yeah.
And we'll still be looking at Taka for a while here in the dealership. I don't know. Is this correct? We really want to be maximizing our Baimon Oyakabuni chance. Apparently in this game it's fine. What are the odds that this
Oh
turns
no,
into...
no. We broke the 2-3-4 Sanchoku chance.
Taka, you should know better. I wonder if this is just eyeing up potential shifts into Chanta. Or 789 Sanchoku, that could be a thing. Nope. Alright, it's just Yakuhai. That's all this is. The Chanta's on the left. The Chanta a little bit more, a little bit powered up when you have a Dora that is a terminal or an otter tile. You can easily grab a pair of those and really increase the value. Especially with the Sanchoku here. Tyler's looking at a Chanta Mangan. This is Tempai. Yeah, say no.
Chi.
We're not here to pick up 1,000 points. We're here for 8,000. I guess it'd be 2,000 becomes 8,000, but... Okay, is the wall saying that we should go west-west instead? Maybe.
Oh, besides against chance. Yeah, I guess you already did.
Could 5-pin here. Tumon is twice cut, so not the best.
Reach.
Okay, Ichi out. Good weight, 147. No Dora, no Pinchers, just Ricci only, but you expect to Tsumo and really apply a ton of pressure to these open hands. And there it is, Ipatsumo. Missed out on the Ura for the lucky Mangan, but could be pretty content with that win there. Alright, now we pass the dealership forward. East is the Dora.
Taka escaped curse this round.
Got another minimal Oyakabuni. Again, that average going down. East Dora in the south round is really awkward.
Oh, they're trying to force, right?
Oh, Furitan. Yeah, dealer's hand looks perhaps the best. It's got a really clear path here. Just draw 3 so, and draw any of 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 pin. You're sitting pretty. Takahito also a decent hand, just deciding whether or not to cut the 3 pin, or considering Chito as well. There's a chance at Itsu.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah. Well, Tyler decided to give up the good chance.
Yeah, I had that 1-3 so decision. I was looking at that one and wondering if I would go maybe 9-7 pin. But I imagine Tyler really likes the idea of waiting on the 8 pin here because he can see so many blockers. It's hard for other players to use. Although I will say, outside of each other, there aren't really any other players that have cut upper pin tiles, so they might be trying to use the 8 pin. All right, this hand has been such a rough trial. From high pie, it was really, really poor. And so he's making the best out of it that he can, but finally the 3 so. Okay, we'll play for the overlapping pin tiles.
G.
And Tenpai. 8 pin would be Pinshu.
リーチ
7 pin would be Tanyao guaranteed. We'll go for the guaranteed Tanyao. Is there a correct decision in that spot?
So I will count the weights.
Just based off the weights. Also, the 9 pin looks kind of decent, but it actually isn't.
But it's in his perspective. The Tanya weight is like that. I guess reasonable.
It's like 5 tiles versus 8 tiles with the Pinshu. But the Pinshu sometimes doesn't give the Tanyao. Sometimes you get both, though. That's pretty decent.
スモ
Ah, you picked the right way.
Pick the right way.
Tanyao. Ura ura. That's how you do it. 32.6. Suddenly, significant jump into second place. And then you get this high pie. Well, the dealership might be passing. Who else do we have? Ichung on the right. Kind of weak. Weak so shapes. Everything else looks good. So if those so shapes fill in, could have a nice hand. Or just draw Yamen elsewhere. Now you're not so bad. Across the way, Tayadora 1 maybe. The left. Okay, maybe there's some time for the dealer to put something together, actually. No.
There's not a chance for Taka to turn this into a 2-3-4.
It's still possible. Look, it's always possible if you're really dedicated. Nice 8-mon fill. Somehow dealers just Gyeongshan 10. That high buy looked kind of impossible. Ishan them. West and the 1 pin are both once cut. I don't think that's going to stop him from taking the Ricci, though. Could east here, and then if you draw around the 5-mon, and cut away from one of your pairs for Pingshu. Yeah, hands coming together. Actually, despite the difficult nature of the high pie, everyone's done a really good job of building something. Yishanten everywhere. I guess except for across the table. That has call options as well with the door too. This is a bit of a problem. That's the last copy of the West and the last copy of the 1 pin. So now Liz actually really needs to draw something around the 5-mon. There's a part of me that will just cut the west there to prevent myself from forgetting that I can't actually win on this Shampoo weight. But if it gets late enough, you might just need to call and take a tempai, even if it has no weights left. These hands have been absolutely stuck. Not even really good calling options either. There it is. There's the connector. We'll see the West come out. Tempai, Dora. Potential Tanya as well, the 1-4 mon. Well, this is a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, the pawn into 1-mon too. Yeah, the 2-so 4-so was definitely safer, but then you don't have a Yaku, so tries the 1-mon 2-mon instead. And that will be a 5,200 win. Up to 26-6 now, and the dealership. Yeah, it's a tough balance because with Door 2, you really want to win the hand. You get the Ricci stick as well. So an understandable try. Yan Shantam dealer is looking good. Hand on the right's doing pretty well also, especially if you can connect to that Dora. Across the table, 3 pairs. Okay, set. There's that Dora connector on the right, so Tyler looking to make those points back immediately. Could even somehow build towards an eats a full straight 1 through 9 in the Silza. But Yicheng says, I'll call. Ishantam. Kutki. Sticky. All the shapes are complete, just is missing 1 block. And so he holds 2 floating tiles, hoping to stick something onto it. That's another sticky tile. What's better, the 4, the 5, or the 6? Just hold the shapes he already has.
There is a chance to go Chanta here.
Oh, that's actually an interesting one. I guess if you draw 7, or this 1, Chanta Sanshoku, I would hold the 1. I know it's a little bit weaker in terms of the tile acceptance, but for 2 Han, I think it might be worth it. If it's just 1 Han, I think I just throw it back. A good thing too, because we do see the connector add the immediate win. Alright, don't listen to me. Non, 1,500 points. Redo.
A reasonable high pie, but needs some good draws.
I don't know if we call that a good draw. Does improve. Maybe I don't want to say improve. It does advance the hand in Shanten. Nice draw for Tyler to the 5, so Kanchan Phil has some more work to do with that hand, but with the 2 Dora, can definitely move in the direction of a Tanya to potentially give some calling options. Across the way looks really strong for Taka, just missing any sort of value in the hand, but the shapes are good. And on the left, Pihu type hand. The 1-3-5, you're really hoping, of course, for the 4-pin draw. Not just for the Dora, but also Tanya.
It's a few draws. We already see Yichang and Yishant.
I guess you just take any Ricci here as the dealer, even if it is that 7-pin penchant. But of course, just like we saw earlier, when you're holding this Ishantam with a bad shape, it's good to hold a central floater so that if you connect to it, you can get off of it. So we'll just, of course, take the Ricci. If you're not dealer, would you 8-9 pin instead?
I'm for this one.
I think one of the benefits of doing that is that you don't backfire if you draw the Dora. You get to incorporate it to your hand, just like this. But
ポン
okay, switch weight or keep for 7 pin. Let's switch weight here. 6 mod, 6 pin. The consideration of Taka to chi and cut 9 pin, 9 pin, but 9 pin's not safe. So, oh no, the wrong choice.
ドン
Yes, unfortunately.
Couldn't have known. It is just Ricci only. Not bad from dealer. It's got plenty of diamond shapes. In fact, just completely overblocked. Just played a maximally efficient way towards Ricci Pinfu. On the right, maybe a Tanyao. Also Ishantan. One of those spots where I'm hoping that I don't draw into Tenpai with the 5-8 pin. I do not want this Tenpai. If I draw 5-8 pin, I'll cut like 7, so I do not want this Tenpai.
See.
I mean, it's Ricci Tanyao, but its weight is the Dora indicator and the tile next to the Dora indicator 8.
We see that dealer is also Ishan 10.
I think I might even break here. Oh, 4 pin. You can 4 pin. 2 pin is 3 times visible, so the 4 pin has a lot less utility.
Each.
Yeah, just it's a slam. This hand kind of played itself. 6-9 pin, the weight. And it's just tough to go against this dealer Ricci. So Tyler will play the 4 pin, but there's not really many options here. Tries the 9 pin, maybe 8 pin as the first tile would have been slightly better with the Suji, but pin tiles just in general seemed safer than any other option. But surprise, that was actually the suit that he was looking for. So it will be over 30k now. The dealership continues. I would say this looks like it wants to be Tanyao, but then I see that the east is the Dora. Maybe it could be Chitoi. Never mind. Triplet will move us off probably.
You just see, you will see the Dora.
Oh, it's Chitoi. We're back. Yeah, and Taka drops it immediately. His hand doesn't look like it can use door whatsoever, so he drops it. Oh no!
Chitoi.
It's Chitoi. I think I 7 pin there.
Pom.
Okay, this is going to be Tanya Toy potentially. Just 7 pin now, and then still call Pom later. For +2 Han, even though the weight's bad, it's probably worth it. We might be chilling here for a while. 5 still is actually alive in the wall, but 4 pin, 5 pin are relatively held. 3 pin, 6 pin not coming out anytime soon. Since the doors come out twice as well, players should expect this hand to just be a Tanya. I say that, and then you look at all the central tiles that have come out, and you start to wonder. Usually Tanya doesn't cut 6-so, 3-so, 4-so, 7-pin, 5-mon, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Could just be some
That's
Tempai that just hasn't come out yet. Oh, there's a 5-so. That doesn't quite fit. All right, pull.
Home.
Pull. And you should expect... Yeah, something
本
weird to be happening around the 6 because the 7-pin came out earlier and now the 6. Taka will move in the direction of Tempai with the pull. Not really a Yaku here. But
1
Tempai on the right. It's Itsu. 8-mon the way. The 8-mon looks great. Except for the fact that Ichung is holding all the remaining copies. You can never account for the triplet.
2 players with dead weights
Yeah,
coming into each other.
4-5 pin is just completely held. Pair cut 3-so,
Actually-
3-so. I guess cutting a pin tile slightly wider, so 8 pin is fine, but 3-so, 3-so is safe to both. Yeah, and it was close to the end. So good play from Lewis there. Since you don't have a draw left and Taka doesn't have a draw left, I also like keeping the pawn options, both of the pawn options. So really good play. And now we have South 3
Home.
repeat 1, 4 Homba and 1 Ricci stick to collect. And an early Yakuhai pawn from the dealer. So this should be a race now. If you're going to catch up with the dealer, you're going to also have to be fast. And there's a fast hand on the right. A lot of time spent by Takahito thinking about that discard. Maybe deciding to Chanta or not to Chanta. And I think ultimately he decided that with the dealer calling and his West Yakuhai available, maybe he should just play for speed and hold the Yamen. The thing is, it was Chanta with 789 Sanchoku potential as well. Yeah, really going to be walking the tightrope of speed in the hand with calls.
本
So that West call.
Chi.
And not find yourself in a weak spot. Looking for value. I guess the other reason for the 3-4, so is that the 4-so is Dora. That's kind of relevant. Two pairs. What's better here?
4P.
1
Yeah, maybe likes the pawn option here. The 7-pin looks like it's hard for Toyman to use. Do you have Tempai on the 7-mon? Dealer cannot really use that tile, but pretty much everyone else can. This is a Tempai Ipeiko Tanyo. I guess you have to take it. And this is a very good Ishant that you don't have to. Udama, this seems rough because you're in last place, but you're also expecting there to maybe
1
be 1 tile left in the wall and probably 0.
Yeah, to wait 1 turn.
Chi.
Kind of incentivizes the other players to push. If they weren't confident enough to slam or reach immediately against 2 open players, the wait's probably not good. Uh-oh. That's the safest
Don't.
option, maybe. I know the Foreman was safer, but just picks the wider weight, and that's gonna win Ricci, Peko, Tanya. So Tyler gets a bunch of those points back. Also, Ricci's taking all of home, but will add to the total there. Clutch win, and will send us into South 4. So if you're gonna make an even bigger statement, this is the round to do it. 8,000 points away from third place, so certainly can sumo your way out of last. We'll open up here with the Haku though, and it has an option of Dora 2 potentially in the future if you can end up on this Nobuton. 9-pin is a tile that players should find a little bit challenging to use. Although this is a pair acquired. Oh, I wonder if you end up with a flush here somehow.
It's only a chance.
Tyler might be looking at that because the 4-mon.
Pins and draws.
Yeah, I mean, might as well give yourself up. It's not like the 4 and the 7-mon were doing that much in the hand. I mean, you need one more block. But what if it's like a 5-pin draw? Can't chi that, I don't think. Oh, it might be over. It might.
Oh, 6p.
地
I think it's okay to go 1p there. Because if you draw the Dora, you really want to use both of them. And the 2-pin draw isn't doing that much for you in this spot.
地
We do attack a call. Temp by 5-8-mon. 8-mon would be Sanchoku in addition to this Tangyao. There are 3 tiles left in the wall. 2 of them are 8-mons.
Chi.
It's a temp by 5-8, so
One of the villains.
yeah, it's kind of 50-50 on this weight. Few more outs though for Yicheng.
つも
But the 8-mon sumo, it is the Sanchoku that will come through. Alongside the Tanyao, Takahiro takes the first place. 33.7 for that win. Yicheng Salt seconds plus 6.4. Lewis minus 10.8. Tyler as well minus 29.3. We saw some good action in that game.
I'm glad Takahiro escaped the curse. And is recovering from the negative because of those.
Yeah, it took plenty of sumo loss, but not. Everything was below Mangan, okay? That's all acceptable. Okay. Let me check the calendar and see what's upcoming. It is just after 6 p.m. Pacific. Oh. Looks like we're in an awkward timing spot. The next game to start is the same table. I don't mind staying here. There's a B1 game that started a little while ago. Looks like we're doing the switcheroo.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Carl, for hanging out with me. Was fun games. Always interested in hearing your perspective. I always rely on the word of a whole to tell me The truth about mahjong.
I'm just temporary.
Temporary. You know what? You still got the you still got the title. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, absolutely. We're swapping over to future Ho. Surely. Welcome, Ty.
Oh, don't put that on me.
I don't know the way things have been going for you lately. I think it's in the cards.
Oh, it's a lofty expectation.
Okay, is the whole path to Hole is a long road, so you got plenty of time to get there. I mean,
Yeah,
for some
but
people, it's a
here's
long road. The other people like Jesse just get there within 2 years, but
Yeah, here's the problem is that between me and there is JoQ, and I don't think JoQ's done bullying me yet. Like, I don't know, just every time I play on a couple different clients, and every time I seem to hop on Tenho, like I just get some of the most like clown games. Like it's those games where it's like I obviously would benefit from knowing who I was playing because there's always something unusual happening, and or just East one, like someone sumos a Hanuman, and that sets the tone for the rest of the game. And you're like, great, I love this.
yeah. Well, we learned from the A1 table earlier. If they sumo Hanuman, you just sumo Mongon
Boom.
next turn, and then you keep trading
Oh,
Mongon and
true.
Hanuman until someone comes
Boom.
out on top.
True. That must be what I'm doing wrong. Like I think I think I just forgot that. So I'll try that out and report back.
Okay, we are back in action. Tyler is the first dealer this time. Takahiro to the right. Yichung across the table. Liz across on our left. A couple Yakuai calls early. Dora 5-mon, not really contained by any of the open hands.
Yeah, no, definitely nothing too wild happening just yet. One Dora copy to be accounted for, but it looks like everybody could nest one in their hand if they felt like it. Whoa,
She is okay.
Yeah,
Ishanten.
cheese. This is a fun chi because you don't quite see it, but like with what you're left over with, it's like now the 2-pin can be your pair on Dora draw.
Yeah, technically the hand was already Ishanten before, but these shapes are definitely better than just waiting for the 3-pin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Toyman, what an awkward draw. 1 so 2 so pair. I really hate having that double pair situation.
Chi.
Oh, yep, there's chi. Not the side of that we wanted, but we're dealers, so I think it's good to just go ahead and take this.
Dong.
Hey, very nice. Tyler takes in a decent 1,500, gets to go again.
Takahiro there had just drawn the E-Peko towards Ishanten and preemptively discarded the 7, so saying I'm gonna have to drop it anyway in the future. It doesn't look good now, but it's not gonna get any better later on, so let me just get out right away.
Yeah. Thankfully for him, did not end up paying out too much for his troubles. Interesting hand here for Tyler's a replacement. I think definitely the fastest on the board, but it's going to need some right draws for us to not be so sad about this. Like, I could see us ending up on some type of, like, Kanchan wait or Ricci +1. Oh, that's interesting, though.
You can forget about the Kanchan
Gee.
now.
Yeah. Takahiro, though, really wanting to just kind of speed this up and move along. Not much value in the hand, but I don't think you're going to get much value out of that hand anyway.
Yeah, Yakuhai Dora 1's good enough.
Yep. We talked about that before. Is like making sure that you know how to like get value out of your hand, not always taking like the cheap option out. I mean, there's also sometimes the flip side of that where it's like sometimes it's better to just try to win the hand because how much value are you going to get out of it anyway?
Yeah, a lot of times when I've got a Ricci chance, Ricci only. Like, do I really want this Ricci only bad weight? Maybe I can just swap things around and get something more out of it. And a lot of times I do, but there are some situations where, just take the Ricci.
Yep. As I've heard some people in this league say, it's also the stop thinking button, which can be a resource unto itself. Sometimes it's
Teach.
nice to just there, Tempai.
Yeah, and this is where Taco's going to be put under significant pressure. He's called twice, so he has fewer defensive resources. And also, Tyler hasn't really revealed any information. Like, out of
No,
the
that
tiles.
4-pin was 4-pin was really the first tell.
Yeah. And this 5-pin not looking good from the side of Taco, but... Well, now it is. Now it just goes through.
Perfect timing. I think there's only 2 left in the wall for Tyler, though, so somebody's either going to have to let it loose or going to have to draw it. There goes Dora.
Tempai on the 4-mod now.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I don't see that one coming out, though. Because 4-mod does not look great against Tyler either.
The 6-pin's actually
And-
not that bad. There are 3 5-pin visible, and the 9-pin is already cleared. This is also hard to
Yep.
fold, so you can try 3-mod, 5-mod, but the 6-pin might just be close enough that you can push it. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just play the safe
yep.
route.
It's going to opt out of this one.
It's a lot
Just we'll give Tyler
easier.
time.
It's a lot easier for me to suggest the 6-pin when I can see that it doesn't deal it.
Yeah.
But
it's-
now the
because obviously,
decisions are hard.
yeah, because of course you often find yourself, if you're in that position, and tell yourself, oh, I can see 3 of the 5 and the 9 clearly, the 9-pin cleared. It should be. What do you mean, Ron? Like, there's enough of those situations that sometimes you just end up not wanting to touch it. Oh, well, Senpai again.
Yeah, build your own Nakasuji. 6-pin 8-so now.
Yeah, I think this one might go to draw here. Yep, there's the last tile, I believe. Yeah.
Well.
No, I think there's a 6-so left. Nope, it's in the wall. All right. Round again we go.
Oh. Door 2,
Cheetoy?
4 pairs. You definitely have to be thinking about Cheetoy here. You don't have to like force it at the start, but
Oh, now this could be interesting. This could also just be Toy Toy.
yeah, how about concealed Toy Toy?
Hey, chat wants to know what division this table is.
I'm guessing it's not A1.
No, not quite. You got one of No, I don't think you actually have either of the letter or the number right. I was about to give you some credit, but actually I don't think that's true.
Yeah, this is B2. B2-6.
Some odd,
G,
it's kind of almost frustrating draws or Tyler's. Like, you really almost want to call this hand down, but like, are you really then going to have to cut like a triplet? Like, but so I don't know. Sometimes I'm dealer. I get like these hands where I'm like a decent like Dora 2, and like every part of my brain's like, hit the call button, hit it. Your hand's too slow. Like, you just don't want to let like these opportunities slip away, especially on your dealership. But we have an interesting Ishan 10 for Takahiro. Like, it has like Chanta energy, but it's not quite.
Yeah, a real Chanta brain would cheat that 3-mon. Okay, Yuta not taking the Atosuke Haku, just actually shifted to Tanya. Break the Tempai.
Yeah.
I might have said the Tanya, so Atosuke waiting for the Haku was declined.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like I think it's really worth it. Oh, that's Tempai though.
Each.
Well, you just send this, right? Like,
Yeah. Each
let's
door
see.
2,
We can see three
easy.
3 7s and a 4, so half held. There's good odds for this.
That little bit of delay in declaring that Ricci, give me some pause. I don't think you would cut 3-4 from a 3-4-6-8 shape waiting on the 7. That's what's up.
Yeah. Nah.
$4,000. Fantastic.
Yeah, we take those.
Yeah, a
And
lot of the
around
start.
again, and this is not a bad hand here.
Haku's going to be an
Interesting.
interesting choice. 3 players will have that choice to make.
Yeah, I picture like a cascade of honor tiles here to start us out. Yep. Just slowly whittling away at some. That's a decent hands. I could definitely see this one's going to speed up real fast. I have a feeling. Interesting choice to make across the way. Goes and cuts the 1-so pair. I like it. I like it.
1-so east is a great ending weight, but you're probably not going to get there first. And the 5-pin is a better central tile to attach to create a sequence.
Oh yeah, could
And-
easily just end up chucking this 4-pin back if needed.
That Luke started it. Haku, 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 and then Yichung pulls in the 4th copy of the Haku to complete the set.
I mean, every time, right? Like the wall just knows.
Gentleman's
Like
agreement.
you will find. Yep. None of us need this, right? We're all just not going to play around Dora.
Yishanten on the right.
Yeah. I want that to be Sanchoku, but I don't think. I don't believe. Ooh. You know, I was gonna joke about Itsu for dealer here, but now it's just real.
Yeah, it's not a joke anymore.
Decisions.
1 9-mon cut, 1 1-pin cut, so that's equal. 9-mon
Yeah.
might be a little bit better.
Yeah, see, this lets you pawn if you wanted to. Well, before the Ricci anyway. Now it's decision time. Well, no decisions yet. You know, Ricci Pinfu could be Tanyao on the right cut, but we only see 1 tile out of their whole weight.
Yeah, super
Very
live.
buried in the wall there.
But Tyler can also use that 6 9-mon, so he's not in danger of dealing it in just yet. In fact,
Yeah. We'll see how he feels about shoving that 7-mon, though. Oh, we got a chase, though. Just 6.
okay, could be double roll.
No, what we clearly need here is we need Tyler to get Tenpai on the 6-9 shape, and then triple. This might be a dumb question. Is there a triple run in this?
Triple
normal?
roll is allowed. You pay out to all 3 hands.
Oh dear.
There have been a few notable examples. Oh, there's the 6. Well, unless we misclick, it's not coming out.
Yeah, no, and that 9's buried too. I don't think. Oh, found it. Very live. We did say this is the low end. Never mind. Just get it, Ura.
Yeah, fixes a lot of things. Uh-oh. Might be a while before Taka decides on his cut. Ugh. Let's try that again.
Well, now, no dealer Kokushi today.
It's gonna be a row of honors.
Yeah, I always called these like it's like garbage day hands. It's like you're having to spend like the first day just like cleaning everything out, like.
Row 1 is.
There've been time. Oh, good.
It's just a collection of random wins and honors.
Oh yeah, I remember early on playing this game. I would sometimes just completely zone out on what all the other players were discarding. I would just sit there and click honors, and then when I ran out of them, I'd look up at the board and be like, "All right, now that I know I can play this hand, what's happening?"
Some hands are like that. It's only playable once you draw.
Yeah.
Central tiles.
Because what happens sometimes, you get halfway through that clean out process, and then someone reaches, and you're like, "Oh well."
I still have all of these to fold with.
Yeah, Ishan 10 for Ishan though. Oh yeah, there we go. That's just Senpai. No, wait, no. Can I read? No, I can't read. That's a 7-7-8. I was close.
They always draw Tenpai in the next turn.
Yep. I'm just predicting the future. I read a little far ahead in the script.
7-mon
Really?
ahead
Hold
of
on.
East, so definitely playing with some caution here.
Oh yeah. One's a tile to back off with if necessary, but never mind.
Well, one pin should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Another 3.
It just isn't
This-
getting any easier.
It's like kind of fun in like the wrong ways, right? Like
Like the triplet, single tile triplet weight is really good when it's in the middle of the hand. On the edge, it's a little bit worse, but still quite fun. It waits on everything.
yeah. But you have to draw it and hope people don't burn it before then. Oh. Now we're a little sad. 6 pin. I think you just. Oh, okay. Going ahead and not wanting to cut out of what's potentially the weight.
Trying to support the pin block a little bit more because I think he's confident in the 6-9 mon weight.
I see. Yeah, a little more pin out on the table, so that makes sense.
1
Oh, there you go. You knew.
Now, there are no 6
Now-
mon left in the wall, but 9 mon completely live.
Oh yeah. And I could see these hands look fun enough from some of the other players that I could see them tossing a 9 back out a little kind of casually. Not
think-
yet.
Good thing Taka did not call the breaking of hot 6. That 9 mon would have been at Soul.
Oh, that's Dora though.
Yeah, we're gonna see that 9 come out now.
4
Sometime with Dora too. Feels like a jam. Uda's gonna sting though.
Dora.
Okay, misses. 39 direct. Leads the scores pretty close here going to East 3.
Oh yeah. Oh, these hands. Hold on, come back. There we go.
I'll compare for the dealer. It's callable, holds a singleton of the Dora. Hand on the right's kind of wacky.
Yeah,
do
it's
with-
always that guest win triplet.
Yeah.
You can't quite call it. You can't. You don't. It almost guarantees that you don't have a Yaku like for like Dama, like. So you just know you're gonna have to send it, but at least you know that if you don't get that far, you've got plenty of save tiles.
You can afford to play.
Ooh, that's a fun draw across the way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Could we
pairs?
see? Could we see? Ipeko Sanshoku? Yeah.
Shunta, you do have to give up the door for that. Worthy trade, I think.
本
I think that's worth it though. Oh wait, no, that would. I wanna bake in like a Junchan into that as well. Oh,
No,
there
it's
it
not gonna
is.
happen. We're just Tenpai. Each.
You
1
just send that.
Each.
The nice thing here is that you almost kind of have to trap people into devaluing their own hand, in order to like deal with yours. It's kind of nice sometimes reaching off the Dora tile.
Yeah, players see that two's so safe and they go, yeah, I'll cut that. It's safe. And then that means that they don't draw around the door later and chase you with value.
Oh yeah.
So...
It also is a long Suji trap.
That's yeah, sure.
That's the appropriate reaction to long Suji.
I mean, our consideration here is to say, you're reaching with the door, the hand looks cheap. And the weight's poor, so it's not like you're getting Pihu Tanyao. It's probably cheap. Which is like quite fortunate to have the Sanshoku Ipeko get a ton of value. But now only one copy of the 8-so in the wall.
Yep, and it does look like players everybody could use it to varying degrees, but of course it's about how much they want to try to bake it into their hand. That is another pair for Takahiro.
It looks like everyone's trying to get out for the most part. Inoue has a backdoor Tenpai here, cutting the 1-pin Shun.
Another.
Ishantan for Luis. Not quite. Suji,
Dylan
though.
also back in. There's the trap. I don't know if anybody's going to fall for it at this stage. There's a lot more safe tiles people haven't hit, and there's the last one. I do not see this coming out lightly, or at all, honestly.
Yeah, if the dealer was closer, you could see it. Takahito might be the most incentivized to play it, especially after that draw.
Yeah, but would have to get something worth messing with. Eesh.
Go.
Oh!
Yeah, he just ran out of options, I
Wow.
guess.
Yeah.
So we'll be the
Kind of a
Monpon.
funky shape there. Yeah. Very nice pickup for Tyler there.
I had
Very healthy lead.
I had one of those earlier. Somebody reached with the actually the Suji trap declaration tile, the 5 waiting on the 2, and I ended up oncoing up the 2s, and by that point it was so late. A bunch of the 1s had come out, 3 copies, and I almost like dared it to deal in. Like, surely I had 2 different Suji tiles. I'm like, surely you don't have the last copy of the 1 pick. And then Rome goes, I'm like, why did I try? Why did I try that? I didn't need to try the risky tile.
See, I think you need to remember in this scenario. Remember the whole like commentator's curse thing. Like, I mean, technically, you still have the job title of commentator when you're not actively commentating.
Oh,
So
no.
maybe that's what you're doing. You're like you've now that you've acknowledged it, you've almost set it up, even in your own head.
I really do need to reconsider what it means to be a commentator, even when I'm playing. We do have Ishantan from the dealer, though. This looks really good. It can sometimes draw the 9-mon into Tempai, and then you'd be really sad.
Yeah, these are fun shapes in this. 8
Ooh.
Bond makes you think.
How about 6-mon?
6.
I think I like 6-mon.
Ah. Don't want to think too hard about it. I respect it. Like these are good shapes as it is.
The main point of 6-mon is you get the 7-mon draw into Ipeko for Tempai. You lose the 9-mon as an out. But I just got finished saying how sad I'd be if I drew the 9-mon into Tempai, so I'm not really that sad to lose it.
Yeah, well now it's just gone. So
Home.
at least 3. Yeah, it's just, 9-mon's just gone now. So no worries.
Could call into Tempai, but don't need to force it yet. Your shapes are still really good.
Yeah, you have to wonder though with the vague Honitsu across the table, like if maybe some of your Manzu draws are gonna get held up.
Okay, that was actually a really key moment there. The East cleared. After the Hatsu cut, I'm actually willing to call. But then the door cleared, so Takahito doesn't have a pair, most likely. And in that case, I'm not so worried about forcing the issue. We do have Ricci from Tyler. HP 5-8. Furitan.
Oh, it is.
We'll rely on Sumo here.
Oh. I mean, if you look at it, there's not really a good way for him to draw like something that's not this late. There's value in maybe pushing people off the idea. Oh, but
We have Tempai
as
now.
well. Oh.
Finds the cheap option. That will... the Ricci was not going to be able to win via Ron, but the Honitsu was looking a little scary.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, that Honitsu could have really messed up the table, but did not have... Oh, speaking of Honitsu, I think you're almost obligated to off to the left.
Yeah, 6-pin's pretty committal. Assuming we're going to see 5-mon next, and then just resolving these honor tiles. It really helps that you have the north pair in your hand. That is the Yakuhai. Chikaze.
Oh, yeah. Do we even pawn here? Yes, we do. I like it.
Kind of mediocre
Nice.
tiles around the board.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has the speed to challenge this, even if Yicheng can't seem to draw any beneficial tiles. That's a nice pickup for Takia, though. Khan, not yet.
This is actually one of those
Kind of-
spots where the 9 so I think has a little less utility than usual. So we could see
Kang.
Khan. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, one pin, twice cut, one
Boom.
held, though. There we go. Yeah. This is interesting. It almost kind of signals that that this Honitsu is ready, even though it's not, by going ahead and cutting that 2.
Yeah. No fear from the dealer though, just jamming the 1 so.
Yeah, that's a very sus cut, but it does have Dora 2 here. Oh, well, you just take that.
Five eight so.
There-
So this is a Mungan. But there's
The
only one-
last Haku's lot.
yeah,
live
only
as
one
well.
on the wall. Is the pay live? Ooh,
Yes?
toy. Yeah, you gotta switch. This is actually a better weight than the other one. There's one more tile.
Oddly dead weight on the Ryanman. Oddly lively. I mean, we see both the 5s, and they're both really well held up, but the 6s are both walled. And the thing that stinks for Luis here is that if he draws it, he had no way of keeping it in the hand. So would have to either just chuck it or fold.
I think at this point you gotta respect this tempai.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sumo.
sumo.
Oh, just Sumo. Ouch.
The toy turns this into Hanuman. And this is gonna be a
That's
big win.
Huge. Huge win positionally as well. Puts him straight into second.
Yeah, 4th to 2nd.
Yes. Oh, but this dealer hand, though.
Looking good with the door too.
Oh, yeah. This is a hand that, like, as soon as it seems like,
Boom.
at least to me, as soon as it seems like someone's faster like that, that's all the incentive I need to start calling this down for Tanya.
Yeah, it's tough.
I
'Cause it's
might even
also...
call this.
Let's go. It's a little bit more patient. By the way, each on cross
Yeah,
table also Dora too.
Oh, yep. So that being said, I'm not saying
Boom.
what I just said is the best thing to do. It's just the feeling that I get. It's just hard to sometimes let these dealer Dora 2 opportunities go.
I think that's something you see from Korak a lot as well. Just, you had Dora 2, you have a Tanya chance, just go for it. And he's an honorable champion, so it must work.
Oh yeah. That's been the philosophy I've been taking. It's like, well, it worked for him, so surely it'll work for me.
A very interesting hand on the left. It is Ishantam, but it also has a ton of Mon tiles, and it's pretty easy for those to grow. Like if you draw 9 Mon, your tempai for Riichi, Pinyu, Ippei, Itsu, but you're also Yanshanten from Shinitsu.
Yeah, and especially at this scoreline, it's still South 1, so it's still early enough. But at the same time, you don't
Boom.
want to wait too long to get your hands moving from this scoreline. Like you're not like completely in the gutter, but you also want to grab points while the sun's shining. But these draws are also just not helping.
Yeah, really interesting decision for Tyler to make there. 4-5-5 versus 5-5-6. Which pair to cut? 4-5 versus 5-6-6 pin.
Yeah, and because 1-6 pins out,
Oh,
I think that was a
no.
good choice. Oh, this is Riichi, Peiko, Dora 1. All the Dora are held across the way for the. Neither of these are coming out. This weight is just gone.
Yeah. I say, oh no, from my perspective, I can see that the weight's not live. No amount of Suji is
Uh,
gonna get these Dora to come out.
No, these are like both. I'm sure both Tyler and Tyler and Yi Chang are like,
相撲
well, I have Dora too, so why would I fold? Tanya have
Desmond.
Dora too,
Sumo
and the stick to
acquired.
boot.
And this is Tyler taking control in this game. Wow.
Oh, this is a really lovely hand too. Dora connector, three completed shapes.
Three complete shapes, a Yamen, and again that door connector. Is it just 8-pin here? I like holding on to the door indicator, not because it's a good pair opportunity, but if I draw the door itself, I want to be able to use it.
Oh yeah.
Then again, you
Turn
could just
two,
argue
we can
that
afford it.
if you draw the door now, then you just honky on it. How about that?
Oh yeah. It's the Sotagawa trap on the door indicator. Oh. Although Cheetoy, maybe a reluctant Cheetoy is brewing across the way. It doesn't have to be yet, but I could see it cutting in that direction.
I feel like any opportunity Yicheng has to get out of Cheetoy has been taken so far in this series, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him break away from this. As you
Oh,
say,
yeah.
reluctant Cheetoy. And there's an 8-mon. That might change your mind a little bit. No, no, he just breaks it.
Yep.
Yeah, just playing the same way. Good to be consistent.
Oh yeah.
リーチ
Oh, there is Tempai though. Ricci 4, 6, 7. It's a fun wait. Pinfu on 4, 7. Now it's decisions.
No, he bought some more. There's 1 7 in the wall,
No.
2 copies of the 4, 2 copies of the 6, so 5 tiles live.
相撲
Yeah, and just sumo. Very nice. You sumo Pinfu.
Ooh, nice.
Or
Over 60k now.
yeah. This is a boon for Tyler, especially looking at current position in the league. It's early enough that like you're not too worried about your overall position, but at the same time, after it being negative 73, it's got to feel good to have a game like this. And another nice hand. This one's probably not going to be too expensive, but it can be nice and quick as if we assume we're going to get the green dragon.
Yeah, so many
Or-
pairs.
Or it's just dealer Cheetoy, one of my least favorite things.
Maybe
And I
leak
like
into it.
Cheetoy.
Just so many times you get a dealer hand where you really need to win. Oh, 3-mon. No,
Could go 4-mon to try to set the trap.
absolutely. But I like going 3-mon first, because if you go 4-mon and then 3-mon, sometimes, like if you do 3-mon much later than the 4-mon, then it could lead people to believe you have a 1-mon pair, and that it was some type of weird chapo. If you go 3-mon then 4-mon, it's so unlikely to be 1-mon. So good.
Oh. Didn't think about that. I like it. Speaking of hands I like though. Oh, hold on a second. I think it's worth noting. There's only one copy of the Dora out right now, and it was dropped by the North player, turn 3.
Yeah, that's actually notable. And no one has follow cut that, so decent chance that it's in the wall. I mean, if I'm Tyler, I'm very happy to draw Dora.
That's very nice tiles here. I think the only one we don't end up waiting on is the
Okay.
3. Oh, but we just draw it. Dora Tonki. And it's a North Tonki. It's like double meme weight here. And of course you know that like if anybody else now draws this, it's gonna really jam up their hand, and that's what makes weights like this so good. Like the only way you're sad is by if someone already has a pair of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way that you could get in trouble. Yeah, 2 copies live. This could be huge. Think about it. Nietzsche, Sumo, Shitoi Dora Dora. 18,000 points. You hit that
Gee.
too. 24,000 points.
Takahiro says no fear and calls. Yishun 10 has incentive to try to get Tyler off of this seat.
Certainly.
Like Calbros in the chat says, "What a donkey weight." No, it's called a tonky weight.
It's so good.
Oh no. Well, there's one that's not coming out.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Well, what if Luis gets stopped by?
Yeah, from this fourth though, yeah, like I don't know.
Probably shouldn't, but
Could
could.
use his healthy dose of Luis could use healthy dose of pessimism and just glue that tile to his hand. Ooh.
Oh, there's the sumo.
Oh, just sumo. 2 tiles left. That was his last sumo
Dude,
tile.
No, not this time. 80,000 points, and we keep going. And
Going off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
If you're one of the other
Slug
players,
Life wild ride.
absolutely, you are so depressed right now. Like, you're not dealing in, you're not doing anything wrong. You're trying your hardest, Takahiro calling against the Riichi, trying to end it. The rest of the Tal cheering him on. Go Taka! Win that Tanya Nomi. Nope. 6,000 all, plus Homba.
Home.
Yup. It's just someone else's day to have fun. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just try to stay out of the way. But nobody here has been able to... You can't stay out of the way of a sumo, so what do?
Well, you call your Yakuha and hope that it finishes. Got 2 players opening now. Uh-oh.
Honestly, if I was Taka, I would have kept that 8 so because, like, surely I'm allowed to do... If Tyler can do silly things, I can do silly things and Dorotanki as well, right?
No. You gotta play
surely
max
I'm
efficiency.
allowed to have fun.
You're not the float-up player. Ooh. 9
Choices here.
No, we'll just play wide. I mean, 9 pin is incredibly wide. It's just going to lead you to a bad weight, so play for the better weight.
Yeah. Oh, what a draw. 8-9 so or 8-9 mon for dealer here.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes a lot of sense. Could be a 2-5-8 weight. Waiting on the Dora. Tempai across the way on 8 pin.
8 pin. 2
Tempai.
scene, 2 on the wall.
Tempai.
Just send it.
Surely not a Dama. How greedy could you be?
At this point,
Yeah.
you Dama to you like wait a
Genbu
while
8
to
pin.
make
Genbu
it...
8 pin and end this.
Oh no.
9 pin, no! If we see Ipot Sumo because there's not a Genbu 8 pin play. Oh, and the 2 pin goes
2
through.
pin.
More folding tiles.
Wait, 2 pin.
That's Tempai.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he'll respect the dealer. Good job.
But if he respects the dealer, he might respect it into a Steeler Sumo.
I mean, that's going to be better than dealing into this directly, for sure. Each Pink Dora is already 58. There's an Ura, 12,000 plus 900. Homba. That's just a little too much.
Oh. This weight's very light. There's 2 7 pins and 1 4 pin still in the wall.
That's 3 tiles left. Honestly,
alive,
it doesn't matter how many tiles are in the wall. He's going to sumo.
Yeah.
At this
it's just
rate,
a problem. At this
I would
point.
expect a 0 tile in the wall to sumo somehow.
Where
That's
are they?
impossible, you say. Tile will find a way.
Yep.
This flow cannot be stopped.
Wrong pin. Wrong pin zoo. That's the hard balance here. It's just between like, oh, there's last 4 pin. That's not coming out. Nobody else wants to touch this.
Yeah, 4-7 pin is the last bad Suji here in the Pinzu, so
no,
that just won't come out. 5 mon Donka Suji.
Yeah, and on top of that, Luis could use either side of that himself, even to just advance the hand. So
Well, only 2 draws left for Tyler. The expensive one is the second draw.
oh yeah, 9-pin, one more go around. Uh-oh.
Oh, he missed.
Oh.
Wait, the flow might be changing. He only picked up 3,000 points this time.
Only. Oh, you say that. Look at this hand.
Okay, you
Oh.
draw 7-pin, I'll believe it.
No, 7-pin's gonna be the high tay tile.
No, we just missed high tay. The flow is changing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you say that it's gonna be in like the monkey paw curls kind of way.
Sanbaimon.
Yeah. No, this is Pinzu Chinitsu. You just don't see it
He was
yet.
just building a bigger wave. Okay, hand on the left looking good. 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku available. Also the south pair, so could call as well.
Oh yeah. I think Luis at this point. I think you draw Dora. Like I think you just it's now your goal to Tonki on it at this point. Like, and that would actually be beneficial because that could be South Sanchoku Dora too. Oh, at that point it'd be Chanta as well. That'd be real nice.
1 so 2 so maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just gonna take the Ishan.
Yeah.
Not going all the way.
Well, that is a turn 2 6-so drop. So like, although with 2 3-sos out, it's turning into a tough sell.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this 1-2 shape anymore. So even though it drops us back a Shantan, I also like the idea of Chinitsu. If it was just one, aspect of that decision, the bad weight, it'd be one thing. But if there's also bad weight plus potential big value, even if it's not Chinitsu, maybe Itsu is good enough as well.
Huh. Well,
all right, how much do you like this 1-2? Can 8-pin, 9-pin if you don't like the 7-pin, but the 1-2 just looks worse.
Yeah. There we go.
Ishan for Taka. Also was Ishan for Chitoi, so has a decision to make. Says, I don't like the 7-mon. Really? The 7-mon looks pretty decent, actually. But we do know that Takahito loves Chitoi, so I should not be too surprised.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this still holds the Ishan 10. I mean, you can just get back into Ipeiko Tenpai with a 6-9 so draw, or another triplet. If you draw to the triplet, then you've got Suanko chances.
Oh. There we go. What do we drop here?
A 7-mon that he wanted so badly, it's going to come out. Suanko Ishanten.
This could be huge.
There's a 7 so, no 7 so remain. No 4-pin remains, so Suanko cannot come. Oh, the 7-mon!
Oh.
You look at that and you're like, I knew it! I knew it was going to come to my hand. Why did I have to get baited?
Oh,
there's the 7-pin, I'm a believer!
Oh my god.
No. Okay, just 3.
Boom.
Doesn't like the 6-9 that much anymore
Boom.
because of the all the 6-pins are gone. And Sanchoku's gonna come to fruition. Luis enters the game again, hits directly off of Ichung, and we have a battle. Not for first. That's pretty well locked together. But all the other placements are completely up for grabs.
Oh, don't count it out yet. Everybody has a dealership left other than Tyler.
That's true. Everyone could get a dealer Yakuman.
Get your coffees in now. We're this game's going until midnight. Midnight whose time? The farther west you go, the worse that gets.
That's so true. All right. I need you to explain to me how this is going to turn into 789 Sanchoku.
Oh yeah, it's just 8-9 so cut. 2 pin's gonna be our pair because the Rionman shape's already dying.
Yeah, you're just
It's actually
noticing the early 1-pin cuts and leaving the 2 pins in the wall. Nice read.
yep. And we know somehow that Tyler has the other 1-pin pair.
Of course.
So these weird middle cuts. We like it's clear Taka knows this is something, but the hand doesn't quite have like a personality yet, right? Like
Yeah,
well,
until you draw the
what
7, so it's really impossible to say.
Uh-oh. Please disconnect. Come back.
Yeah, so far the
Come back.
disconnects, he's been a little bit off and on this hand. Hasn't hurt him yet.
Yep. Alethea in the chat, what happened here? Bad things. Tyler has done some bad things to this table. And it's not even technically over yet. Yep, Korak saying Big Chanta showing up for once. That was a Big Chanta, but not because of the value, but because of what it stopped. Oh, the curse cut here is Forso. Yep, no, don't do it. Oh, Yi Chang enters the chat. This is just Ricci only. 8mon.
This is one of those
there it is.
spots
Here's
where if it wasn't so late, I really want to just cut the 9-mon there. And
what did I say?
get
We're gonna
Tanya.
draw 2 pin. Oh, never mind.
Oh no.
Oh, I was wrong. I gotta go back and look at the script.
Oh, hang on a second. That's a tempai.
Did we send it here?
Ooh, yeah, 7-mon not particularly safe looking, but Liz says, I need this. And just jams it. He knows there's no Dora in the other hands, so that's a little bit more incentive to take your 3 Han potential with Sumo, of course.
Oh yeah.
Is 8 so our pair? Is that the solution? 4-pin is Genbutsu.
Oh shoot.
Cheat?
Could
Tempai?
cheat a tempai just has to check 4-pin, which is only sus to one
Oh,
person.
Con.
It's not even bad. Yes.
Forso goes through
Con
south.
flip south. South's dead.
Oh, Tsumo!
Oh my god, Taka!
It was Sanshoku! It's always Sanshoku.
Oh, it's Takahira's turn on the dealer run.
Are we gonna be here for as long as Tyler was?
Yep.
Will the hands be as expensive as Tyler's were?
No, that's what's going to make this the slow burn, right? It's like they're not going to be as expensive. The expense is going to come at the Renchons.
Wait, we really are going to be here till midnight.
Oh yeah. Well, you say that. I believe in Yi Chang's hand. That looks like it's going to go quick. Although,
yep.
Akira says, no. I'm the one with the speed here. Y'all stop calling.
Takahiro could find himself in trouble, though. I mean, you've got to match the speed here, so you're going to call. Ooh, interesting. You could 1-pin, 3-pin, and aim for Tanyao, but yeah, this is a little bit more natural. And you can still get Tanyao, even cutting the 7-mon here, by drawing something like 3-pin or an intermediate.
Another person in the chat asks, what happened here? Someone said, I think it was bullying. And like, it's not quite bullying if it was one person bullying 3 people. Like...
Oh. Do we just 4-mon? Go headless?
I was once roasted pretty hard for actually like not taking the headless here. Oh, there's a cut. That's the Actually, that's the Sanshoku cut.
Is it?
Yeah, yes, it was multiple hands. I think we went to repeat 4, 5?
It was an extended run, yeah.
See, we're Yichang, we just got to draw 5-pin, and then it is
Gee.
Sanchoku. Just got to believe. Oh, but no, Tempai. 2-5-8 pair weight. I love these. It's a
so
fun
good.
shape.
And actually, he had the choice to wait
Gee.
for a Tonki. That would have been viable as well, especially since when player had opened for Tanyao.
Yeah, I think what he's reading here is the values in the repeat. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, see, what did I say? I said it.
Yeah,
There's
3,
the
4, 5.
Sanchoku.
It's live. Just needs to find the last copy of the 3 so.
Gee.
Another player waiting on 3 so.
Sanzo aficionados, get your told you so's ready. Uh-oh.
Wrong.
No, the dealer run.
The
Gone before we
Sanchoku.
could see it.
You're supposed to pass that.
Yep, pass.
Okay, maybe not really.
You know, I'm too used. I think I like that is the third time now that like you've gone to switch the perspective that I've then gone to try to click on my screen.
You become accustomed to it.
Oh, Taka now gets the speedy hand. We wanted this last time.
Ooh, okay. Now we're going the door green.
Yeah. I was about to mention the lack of it, but you know, there it is. There it is.
8, nice fill. B5-7 or 3-5 pin. Maybe
I like
3-5 pin. There's a world where this hand turns into a flush. So I like
I think you want to. I think you want to hedge your chances of possibly even creeping out of the like below 30k
Home.
range. Nope. It's going to take the speed. Well, this could also be Chanta.
Mm-hmm. And even more, it could be Toy Toy. Right, if you draw 8 so or 9 so to work towards the Chanta, and then get the chance to pull in 7 or 8 or 9 or the Chun, any of those tiles, and you could find yourself with a Toy Toy.
Yep, there's the banding of the east for this very, very wide Ishanten. Oh, tragic.
No.
Just in time. No, you just got to stay the course, because here's the thing. Had you not cut the east, you never would have drawn it. That's how the wall works.
Oh, I see.
Yep. Listen, that's what I just tell myself. I've, like, some people say, oh, the wall doesn't like me. It's like, well, I just like to say that the wall likes telling jokes, right? And it's better to just chuckle at it, because your other option is to feel sad, and being sad is bad for your flow. Being happy is good for your flow. So like, therefore, you should just think it's funny.
I can attest to that. I've had games. Ooh, could do a Shabo here. Wait for the Chun. Is value that important to you? No, she really wants to end this dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had games where everything that I did failed. Where, I picked the wrong weight, I picked the wrong, floating tile. It just didn't matter. It was so bad that kind of wrapped around to being hilarious. Like, all right, what's gonna go wrong? And then something would go wrong. I would just like start cracking up. And eventually I got second place in that game from like a deep fourth. Just because I was having so much fun having everything backfire. And I got one miraculous hand where, because I was in such a good mood, I, considered my options and played to my outs rather than just being depressed and giving up on the game. And so you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Like being positive actually can
Gee.
have a dramatic impact on the game.
Oh yeah. Sometimes people neglect that. It's like there is the mental game is real.
All right, Tyler pays 1,000 points to move us forward into all last, and
Yep.
this is a big deal in terms of taking these penalties. These fourth places, the ones that are below 15,000 points, they're a little bit more annoying. So you definitely would like to get third out of this, and this is what Luce will try to do.
Yeah.
He's
For
just kind
Lewis,
of
it's
playing
probably
keep
just
away.
spam as many wins as we can, right?
Yeah.
Like, you
has
don't want
managed to
anybody else.
avoid dealing into anything big, but at least since Tyler kind of took over the game. But Now you gotta make your last stand.
Now it's time to play a little silly because at this point it's either bad or worse. Unless something really scary pops up on the board, I think you just got to play like nobody else is going to get tempai.
Cough, Tyler's hand, cough.
Yeah, that's scary. It's just fast.
Well, it could get scary. Oh, I'm looking for the south pair up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's possible. There's only one out. There's only one out on the board, and it's in Taka's hand.
Lewis has
It's always
draw.
a tough call in situations like this. Do you hold on to the south to avoid feeding, or do you go ahead and try and clear it?
Yeah, I think Taka's just playing straight up Mahjong here. If he gets a reason to drop it, he'll drop it. Because it hadn't had a reason yet.
Might be a reason here.
Oh.
Nope.
So this is more committal. Maybe he is holding it off.
Big pull here.
Each.
This tempai. Yeah, I like this.
So
And
definitely
now I think
Chi.
A 2-5 pin is very scary here. But 3-pin is a possibility.
oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, the Honitsu shift from Tyler wants to pull a few more points in on the way out.
Yeah, this
Very
is what I was
daring.
expecting. He's like, Dora? Alright, I'm not gonna pass that up. Maybe he'll drop another one.
Dora and could end up waiting on another.
Oh, it is
Dora,
coming
but-
out. What?
Chi.
That was the last copy of the Dora. And he chooses the 7 bond. Wait, this has no Yaku.
wait. What?
Okay, okay.
Yes, just
we're dancing. We're dancing. We're doing a jig.
what's the huh?
He just says the 7 bond deals in, so I'm not dropping it. So this is Taya Dora 1 with a stick. It's not enough to overtake.
This did inadvertently kind of jam up Luis's hand a little bit because it locked 2 copies of the 3-pin out, which means the other 2 are walled. Let's see if we find them.
One of them's visibly dead walled. Oh, but there's the last one.
Oh no, you're
It
right.
looks
I missed
safe.
that.
With all the 4 pins visible, it looks safe, but it isn't. You don't expect the last one to deal as well. Luis is coming back with up to 20,000 points now. Jumps into 2nd place.
This is a Mongon away from actually creeping above 30k.
This is insane. If Tyler hadn't made those calls, I don't think that 3-pin comes out, but
No, what a that's almost like a bait situation that like Tyler's almost like, yeah, I did that on purpose.
Tyler's just playing. He's like, I got infinite points. I have west, west, west. I can always fold out. I don't mind. I'll see what happens.
I have not been playing like I have infinite points. Even at places where I've had like a scoreline that looks like this, I still play like someone can reach out and like get me because it's exactly that amount of like, you know, passiveness that gives someone the chance to do something silly. That's definitely a bit of trauma speaking on my part, but you know. What a funky hand do we think about Suanko?
So I was just looking at that. If the 9-so wasn't dead already, I'd be giving it serious consideration.
I'd still consider it. What else are we doing? Right? Like,
yeah. I mean, if we draw
I'd
6
at
pin,
least
we are
ponder
Sanonko Tempai. Each Sanko. Mirasan Hope, maybe? Each Sumo
Yeah.
Sanko. Okay.
Each.
We'll just take the Riichi, not gunning for the Suanko. I mean, you'd have to draw 3 copies of the ones cut 3-so or 4-so. It's pretty tough.
statistically
Improbable.
Well, now we just have to draw. Oh man, all of our con opportunities are gone too. Wait, no, 4 pins. 4 pins still. You can con 4 pin.
Home.
Chun Pong. 5-so.
Oh,
Don't.
You don't just take it. Yeah, Yeah, this is not the result. San doesn't even get you out of last, but just taking any points here. San Uncle for the Akudex. Oh, like, points are good.
Yeah. Points are points. Pat, it's putting a band-aid on the hole in the ship, but after that, you literally have to say you got to do what you can here.
I mean, like, minus 37 doesn't feel as bad as minus 40. It's fine.
This is true. This is very true.
Takahito with
Plus
minus
62 for Tyler.
Yeah,
We're feeling good about that.
yeah. It will be interesting to see how the standings update after this one. Liz minus 9.1. What a comeback from last place in all last. Just a little Mongon. 12K. Boom, second. Taka drops up there
In
at
the
minus
chat saying
16.5.
we got milked. Y'all got robbed.
It is at least still up top. Tyler, though, climbing almost back to positive after that huge win. Taka, you know what? After 2 games, still better off than where he started. No one's too far away.
This is for Tyler. You're effectively positive, right? Like you're feeling back in it.
Okay, let's see. Oh, a game just started in A2. Perfect timing. Oh, and it's a fun one too. No shortage of solid action.
I need some fun A2. Well, I say that my last handful of A2 games were fun, but like kind of in that way that you're talking about is that, like, it's almost so dismal it loops around to being fun. That's kind of how mine was, except I didn't climb my way out of 4th. Oh, this is a fun set of table. Tonki. Well, it's not reaches. It's a Tempai on 2-pin. Yeah. This is a fun set. One of the people that robbed me is at the table.
Jinshan here. Oh, and it looks like... Do we have a sub at this table?
I don't recognize the name across the way, so maybe.
Yeah, that's Ryan from Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan's in A2, so yeah.
I'll go ahead and take a moment to throw in some names so that we can actually get a better look. So we have Kenyon as our first dealer. We have Max on the right. Max declining sumo, by the way.
He's now probably looking to swap this way.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, Max probably like, of course, this and there's a 6-pin. That's just this. See, this is what I go back to. The wall's telling jokes, right? It's just a matter of at whose expense. Right now, it's at your expense, but you can switch off of that.
I mean, sumo Pinyu Junshan is still good. You can still find the last 9 months.
I like your attitude on this. Kenyon seems convinced that this is Honitsu, even at this line, and I respect that so much. Oh,
Beach.
Good enough.
I had to think this is a game from session 2. It looks like they're subbing in for Garth.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember seeing Garth on the calendar.
Which actually, it looks like it is game 4 of this series, if my math is right.
Okay, now that we have those names in, could do the math on that. I'll go ahead and put game 4.
Yep, that is right, because everybody else is at 7 except for Ari, who we played our session 3 super early, so I know is at 12. Will be at 12 after this.
Okay, I'm not going to change round 3 in the overlay, but yeah, this is a makeup game.
Only slightly.
Yeah, we're just barely into this next round. Oh, lots of pair.
Well, that's not coming out.
There's 8-so to start, but also some concern about the hand on the left, I'm sure. Oh,
Boom.
shoot. Oh, calling. Forget concern. We're playing this hand.
Yeah, this is the Kenyan I've come to know. Like this is like
1、
we're one tile away from saying the word half Suji and then just like, or at least I would say half Suji and just throw the 4 on. Pawn.
Suddenly
Got-
Chitsu.
We have dueling Sozu flushes here. And the thing is this actually kind of nice for Kenyan? Oh, Tempai. Yeah,
Not
no.
quite.
No, can even kind of dance around here. The one tile that would have to shift, like, is actually safe. This 5, so 4 pin's fine.
No, 5-so's door. I don't think that's coming out, but you might be able to try the 8-so. Not that
It's
good
funny
either,
because
but...
that is one of the few safe tiles in the hand, though.
Okay, could change the weight, but 2-so's just safe. There's no more draws remaining, so I think we're gonna play that. Wow, that was an exciting hand. Max picks up 1,000 points, leaves a stick in the middle, and says, "You know what? Maybe it was better if I just symboled."
I can't speak for Ryan so much, but I think everybody there. I think that was for all 3 players here. That is very much like their play style on display, right? Like, I know Kenyon loves a good flush. Like, ours very willing to call down, like very willing to call very aggressive. I learned that one the hard way, just yesterday, and Max willing to be
Max crazy.
patient, and it's like, but like also you can almost see like a little bit of the patient, like willing to do like willing to like hedge a little bit of value there, even in the face of the wall being a bit mean, right?
Yeah, the wall says, I'll let you win. And Max says, no. I want more. Max not opposed to
Like, that's-
playing the funny weight. The sneaky
Oh,
weight.
yeah. But it only got taken out by the fact that it almost like the way Kenyon wanted to play that hand is pretty much the only thing that got her out of it. Like, playing that hand almost a little straighter, a little cheaper, a little quicker would have been the thing that got in trouble. Khan into having the 7, like turning the 7-so into an almost unusable floater is very fun.
Oh, Ari will definitely donkey 7-so unless the weight is just too good otherwise. Oh, no. No. Okay,
No,
let me rephrase. Max would definitely donkey the 7-so unless the weight was too good otherwise. Oh my goodness, there's another Dora.
And that also it could win on Dora as well, though everybody can use it, so they're not tossing it.
Ari just wins this. There's no way this doesn't hit. Nietzsche.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dora. We're already Hanuman. We got the Dora to flip. Uratsu!
Oh!
I've also played enough Ari games to know that it just is no competition. When Ari's got the flow, just run. Just try not to deal in.
You don't have to tell me. My wounds are still fresh from that. I just got out of games with Ari, and like this is true.
I played I can't remember if it's 4 or 8 times with Ari last season. Oh, Taka in chat. Baimon Oyakami. You can't escape it. But yeah, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Ari made it to A1 next season. And currently kind of chilling in the middle, but after this game we'll be climbing up near the top.
Oh yeah. Definitely pulled
assuming the
soon.
scoreline stays the same. It's definitely strong competition.
Well, a hand like that also like has the speed to continue the momentum here. Probably not the most expensive hand at the moment, but
You got your expensive villain left hand, and let's not pretend that Ari can't just draw 5-so 5-so.
no.
Only 2
I said
copies in
that's
the
at
wall?
the moment. I added a qualifier there, so.
Fair enough.
1 pin, nah.
Ooh, is it 9 pin
everybody
9 pin time or Chitoy? Tanya. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the funny draw here is Tuso, for obvious reasons. The thing is, a lot of times you can sacrifice the Dora to get the Sanchoku. Like if you draw the Formon and you lock in the Sanchoku, it's +1 Han to Riichi cutting the 5-so. Except that this is also Ippei, so you lose 2 Han to gain 2 Han. So the only way the Tuso really works is if you draw the pair of Tuso and go 6-mon, 6-mon, and then lock your Ippei Sanchoku.
That one's gonna make my head spin. It's like the lengths that would have to go to. Oh, North Call. That's just waiting on 5-mon, which is only twice held this late.
It's very easy for the
Sumo.
Just draw it.
Okay, I guess very easy for a Max Tatsumo.
The only reason Ari didn't win that hand is that it didn't quite have enough value yet.
It's okay, dealer now, so plenty of value opportunity.
Yeah. Hands could end up being a little slow, but has some good draws. It's still early. Nobody else inherently has the speed here just yet. Though Ryan does have the Dora pair. Or just Chitoy? Not 100% convinced yet.
Ryan's not one of the players that is opposed to playing a Chitoy. He plays a pretty straight up game. If it's there, he'll take whatever hand he's presented with.
This 4-pin's...
It's not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I've at least recently been openly rejecting a lot of times where you get like the Dora pair plus it's like technically potential Rionman things. I'm like, am I really going to convince myself to cut the Dora? No. Well, I guess now we have technically more Dora acceptance, but now what do we do?
Yes.
I like that.
Alternative cuts give up tile acceptance like 8-mon or 4-so. So just cut the pair that has no connector. And we're not in the south round, so we're not sacrificing too much. Yushanten, by the way, for the dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like, really good opportunities for Ari to improve the shape of the good Mon draw.
Yep. Really needs a Sozu draw, though. That's the real pickup here.
Yeah, 5-so would be fantastic.
Riichi Dora 1, waiting 3-mon, twice seen, twice in the wall. So I don't see them coming out from anybody else. Ooh. It's an interesting cut, Max. Like it's the right cut to make in that scenario, but it makes a 3-mon draw a little more difficult.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing Ryan's choice here with the 2 Dora locked in hand. Yushanten feels like a hand where you could fight. Tenpai.
You just send you could 6-0's.
It's a justifiable Riichi here with 2 Dora. Absolutely justifiable. And you know, the weight's a little bit awkward, but the player you're going up against isn't Riichi. They cannot like stop on a Dora. They do stop on 3-mon because they sumo.
Found it.
Yeah, the weight was no worse than your own, so fair enough. Or maybe slightly worse just because there's a less variety in the types of tiles that will win, but Kenyan does find the sumo and into second place now, coming into her dealership.
Oh, this is Yeah, this is a draw away from Cheeto. You pair up any of the honors, or honestly, any of the non-honors, you might justify the shift, or it's just as the pros call it, Super Tanya time.
Hey, I have heard a pro say Super Tanya time. So
Pro might not need to be plural here, but listen, it's a very justifiable scenario sometimes. Like, it's just like you have to remember there's a reason why it's one of the most common Yaku, right? Like,
yeah, what I also, it's not just sort of instinctive analog play. Digital players who believe in using a lot of the strong bots to help study. Bots like Naga or Mortal or Lucky J, things like this. Turns out the bots go for Tanya, like force Tanya a lot too, and will make cuts to that seem inaccurate in order to make Tanya possibility viable. So it's just a good Yaku.
yeah. I mean, you have to think in that way. There's a reason that there's some, like, I guess you may call them like older rule sets that even ban it as like an open Yaku.
That's true.
You can almost feel the frustration in that
G.
decision. It's like, y'all need to stop. And it's, I mean, you can also see that it's especially in the rule sets that. Ooh, decisions here. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, no
Cut. Keeps. Oh, it really helps keep the Doro draws alive.
Yeah, it's just the most efficient choice as well. Oh, there's
Yeah.
no 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku ever, so once it goes back.
1, 2, 3 Sanshoku is only a thing if you can also get Chanta. Otherwise, just ignore it.
Yeah,
Pretend it's not
dead.
there.
Interesting. No 7-pin here, so this looks like a little bit of caution from Ari against the dealer call.
It doesn't quite trust it.
Perhaps
the 3/3 mon cut's a little suspicious, probably.
All right, Tempai found, Tempai taken, each only. With a Richi Nomi, I almost like not taking this Richi and maybe cutting the 8. Oh, we've cut the 2 already. Maybe we don't have so many choices then. Maybe it's just got to be a reach.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a fun one, though.
The Shadow?
Is East live? Yeah, cut. East is live enough.
Live enough.
The potential value there. Up there it would have been, maybe.
And one of the reasons I like the idea of the 8-pin cut, or even East cut, is that there's Tanya or 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku.
I feel almost a little embarrassed that we've missed the number of Onkos that's starting to grow over in Max's hand.
That is true. That is building. And it ends.
Yep.
Pulled into Tempai, Kenyon finds, but needs to drop to 7 and a shutdown. Ryan reclaims 2nd place, and that's
a little cheap in the grand scheme of things, but like positionally not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't probably going to get much more out of that hand anyway, so totally fine. And now we have that's also totally fine for Ari, who's still just the only player over 30,000 points comfortably in the lead. Also with a really nice hype here. Do you just cut the Dora here? I guess the 1-pin doesn't help that much.
The one thing I do know, because I say it time and again, as soon as, like, if you did cut it that early, you would have drawn another copy. It's just, I know there's
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, now they just filter out. This is the gentleman's agreement. I think I remember this happening on stream. I think I remember that kind of gentleman's agreement happening on Dora once. It was bip, and then the last player who had a copy drew to Tempai for Chitoi and could have waited on Dora, but all 3 copies had just all the other copies had just been cut. So it's like, really, y'all? Like right before?
Couldn't you made this decision 1 turn later?
Yeah.
Couldn't I have been like the 2nd player in line? or even the third player in line. So I twice cut Dora.
It's one of those moments where you almost just want to say, guys, I want to play too. Am I allowed? Can I do something fun? No fun allowed.
Ryan with a really interesting draw. Okay, so this is kind of cool. It's going to play the 2-mon out. And this is going to give options to hold a Samachan, this 3-sided weight in the Pinzu, if you can pair up 2, 4, 6, or 8. So
Ishan 10 for Max, though.
oh, this is a Tempai. Ryan has shown that he likes to slam these.
1
8-pin is natural here.
Yep. You give out a little less information by cutting on the outer edge of that. Right? Like there's almost a little less to read off of. Heck, with that pond, like other than that 7-mon cut being a little odd, like that 8-pin like could have just been hanging off of something. You don't really get to get much information off of that.
So there's only one copy of the 7 cell remaining.
Once cut, twice held. That's a really nice draw for our, but like it's this 6-mon does not feel great. Not with that early 7-mon cut. Yeah, 3 also is not feeling great here.
You shouldn't have Virginia with 2, 3, 4 Sancho good chance. It feels like we could see a 6-pin push. It's not the right Tempai, but it is Tempai. So 8-mon instead. We'll continue to dance. 6-pin does feel really awkward, especially given the amount of time that was spent to make that Ricci decision.
What do we do with that? Oh, 1 pin.
Tempai again, but worse.
Tempai, but sadder. Not the sequel we wanted.
There still are plenty of pin draws. That's one of them.
So, another. We are technically taking this Tempai.
Yeah, we're not gonna Ricci this because we still believe in upper pin tiles being a little bit dangerous, probably. Oh, the 5. That's not gonna deal in.
And it's one of those that you have to remember whenever you see situations like this. If you're like log reviewing or something, you can't tell yourself, "Oh man, I would have if I'd Ricci'd, I would have won there." But it's like, would that player have cut that if you'd also sent the Ricci? Whoa, you good?
Yeah, I accidentally bumped my mic. So apologies for anyone who had to headphones on.
We got bonked collectively.
Well, that 5-pin was not the last discard, so no Hote deal in. But it will be Ryukyoku and dealership passes along into South 3.
All right. Ooh, we're pretty happy with this hand. It's always nice when you have a Dora pair, but it's not like technically a pair, right? Like it's baked into shapes. Makes the hand nice and flexible.
Are we frozen? Let's try this again.
Thinking about it.
Oh. Wow, 3-pin Onko.
Except it's not. It doesn't even have to be an Onko here. It's technically kind of a Rionman off the pin shape, but it doesn't even have to be that.
The way I see it is a pair.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to have to cut a 3-pin. So I want to Chi 6-pin, cut 1 pin.
Then it's an Onko. Then it's just a triplet.
No. Chi 5-7.
Helpers in chat, it's hard when all the hands have both Japanese and English names. Yes, it is. It's something we like. Feel free to remind us. Like sometimes it gets a little easy just to use like Japanese terms. We try to throw in the English ones when we can. One of the problems is that often is that Japanese terms have far fewer syllables. So it can be easy to settle back into using them. And even in some cases, like especially complex hand shapes, there aren't really good names for them.
Twice pure double sequence, anybody?
Yeah, I even despise pure double sequence as a name. Like, it bothers me.
Yeah, I much prefer
Tempai.
twin sequences for ePickle. But definitely happy to clarify. If we use a Japanese name that is unclear, very happy to clarify. And this is a huge tempai, by the way, for Ryan. Tan Yaodora 3. 12,000 points ready to go. 7 tiles in the wall for the Tsumo. But maybe Kinyan in a bit of trouble because she can't use any So tiles. And Ari as well can't use lower So tiles that well. Oh, boom,
Tsumo.
there's the
And
Tsumo.
just draw it yourself.
Yeah, Max was getting close to a shutdown, but could not get there fast enough. Ryan takes over the lead by 400 points. And now looks to extend. It's a little bit tough because this hand kind of wants to use terminal tiles, outside tiles. Maybe Junchan. But we've got 5 So in our hand. That's the Dora. And you can't make Junchan with a 5 So.
Yeah. I was thinking about the whole twice pure double sequencing is almost like a too literal translation because it's calling it pure because it's not called, right? Like it wants to acknowledge that it's not a called hand or, not a called thing, but it turns it into a very clunky phrase.
Yeah, Pinshu is one of those hands that I think maybe shouldn't be translated because it embodies such a variety of things, right? It's all sequences, but no foo. Your pair
Yeah.
can't be a value pair, so on and so forth. It's easier to just like learn Pinshu, the original name, and just understand what that means than it is to try to explain everything in English.
Because calling it all, because I made this mistake teaching people at my club early on, is that like it's kind of a trap to call it all sequences, especially if you have people coming in.
I didn't get the chance to commentate on this, but Kenyon was Kanchan Tempai. Definitely wants to look for a better weight for Richi. She had all auto run on, otherwise maybe you consider taking the Fury 10 3-sided reach.
Baka Redneck in the chat says a literal translation for a complex shape is a person who's beautiful from 8 directions. I'm assuming that's like an 8-sided shape, which is very fun. I think I've seen like you need a lot of a single suit for that one to work. It's very fun. What if that's a fun name, but also like that's a sentence. And I'm sure in Japanese, just for whatever reason, it probably does not have as near as many syllables. Because one thing I learned from people that are learning Japanese is that the Japanese language really loves shorthand, like even more so than the English language. So it makes a lot of these phrases easy to make.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Yaku names that we are using in Japan are shortened, like Junchan. It's a lot longer. Ari, though, Yakuhei Dora, 2 away from Tempai.
Ari has to kind of be fighty here because it's one sumo away, like anybody sumo's away from just like losing out on first place. You really want to pull in that first place Uma bonus.
And also Ryan is open, so he's making a clear attempt at it. Fast hand to take over first place. If you deal into Ryan for 1,000, okay, yeah, fair enough. But that's like a small cost to give yourself the chance to win the hand and retain the first place Uma, which for this league is 15 points when there's when there's more than one player over 30,000 points. So we're definitely going to see Ari jam against Ryan. The only punishment is if Ryan somehow has a lot of Dora. And since Ari could see one of them, that seems relatively unlikely.
Yeah. And I mean, it always says that it's like you really just don't want him to make that progress. And the fight's on Tempai, but a call from Ari. What are we cutting here?
It's a tough one. Makes sense.
Yeah, I like it.
You can't
shape
play
nice and wide.
You can't play both pin shapes as you have to have one of them as your pair. So when you lock your pair, which one is more live? And you can see 2 of the 2 pins out and none of the 5/8 pins. So it just seems like there's gonna be more 5/8 live. Now, turns out that the 5/8 is actually pretty held, but the tile you're targeting the most is the 8 pin, and that one has 3 in the wall. So I like the read. Big Ishanten from Kenyon. This could be big value if she can find Tempai.
Yep.
Dora!
Oh.
Yeet. Okay, really wants that tile, but cannot take it. This is a Tempai, but it's not the good one. If she kept the 9 pin, it would be Itsudora Tempai, but that would have dealt in, so maybe this is better. Oh, there's the 8 pin, and Ryan cannot help but deal in unless he switches his weight. One-so is safer tile to cut, but it's also the tile that is safe to the dealer, so he might try to target it, and he'll deal in instead.
Huge for Ari here. Get some padding here. Like, still not completely out of the woods. Needs to keep playing, but means that if somebody else just, tries to, play to their own conditions, means that, like, it's not in as much danger.
Yeah, very big, though, for Ari to get Ryan directly with a hit. Adds not just the value of the hand as gap, but then you double it because Ryan lost that many points as well. So now we have just under 6,000 point gap between the 2 players, and that's enough to survive most sumos.
Oh yeah. I think the hand that it's going to be interesting to see how they play it is probably Kenyon's, because like 2 guest wind pairs, pair of the Dora indicator, like funky, like decent shapes otherwise. Like what do you do with that?
Yeah, typically it is Honitsu, Toy Toy, or Chitoy. And given the rest of these shapes, or you just cut one of the pairs. But given the rest of these shapes, I think it's going to be Chitoy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're me,
Oh,
it's
nice
2, 3, 4 Sanchoku and
see,
Hanatao and Taishabo.
See, even the wall's convinced. It's like, come on, you wanna.
I like your haircut.
Yeah. Very, very wide shapes, these 2 kind of like bloated runs with the middle 3s.
Yeah, you'd be
a lot of possibilities here.
Really happy to draw a 3-so connector. That's really what you're looking for the most in this shape, because you don't want to end up on 3-so west Shampon.
No. You're sad. It's like one of them's the indicator, one of them's like west, a once cut west. Who's going to give that to you?
Okay, looks like Ryan was thinking about building a flush, but decided to just cut the honor tiles. Still could turn into a flush, but he hasn't gotten a really good call option just yet, and he is just Ishanten.
That might be convincing.
With one Dora,
Do you take this?
I want to do better. I want to cut 5 pin. Yeah, with Dama. So Ari's Tempai on the 3-so.
Yeah,
Calls off. That 1-so was a good pull option, actually. I think Ryan might... Uh-oh. This 3-so's got to come out now. Yeah,
no.
and that's going to deal in. This isn't terribly expensive, just Yako Haidora. The Homba that will make it 3,200 points, but it is starting to get away now. And the battle for 3rd place and 4th place is pretty close. Max has some reasonable options now to overtake.
Yeah, and I think a battle it might be. I do not see. Ari's going to need to do something silly or draw something silly to speed this hand up. This hand's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, Ari might be out at this stage. So we look to Ryan also to overtake. I mean, the gap here is, what, 9,100 points? So certainly within sumo range.
Yeah, close enough. Don't quite have the hand for it yet, but it's still early on. It's crazy to see how sometimes hands can develop from where you start.
Absolutely. Kenyon, I wonder what this hand is going to be.
I mean, I don't think I needed to see the high pipe to know this was going to be Honitsu.
I think when Kenyon plays, there is a good 25% chance that it's going to be a Honitsu before seeing the high pipe.
本
I don't know. I think 25 is a bit of a conservative estimate. Like maybe it was just the games I played against her last season. And I say this with a high level of admiration. I love watching these hands develop into Honitsu because I look at them and go, I would never. And Kenya's like, yeah, no, this is Honitsu Tenpai like end of row one. And I'm like, how?
The thing is, sometimes it's Honitsu Tenpai at the end of row 1, and sometimes it's like 4 Shanten. You just can't tell. And that
Yeah, but like, do you
uncertainty,
want to risk being wrong?
exactly, that uncertainty leads to like not being able to make a good decision.
Oh yeah. I even heard of a player, I believe it was in M League. I had very much heard through the grapevine kind of thing that I heard that there is one somewhere in M League who's notorious for literally 100% of the time going Honitsu. So like every time you played a table with them, there's one suit that you now realize is now a problem.
1
And I don't know if it's like the most effective, but it definitely jams up hands. Tenpai.
That's a big one,
each
too.
Tanya, what? This could be very important. However, 2-3 mon held, and also everybody can use the
No,
3 mon.
just
just
Ipatsumo. Of course,
Easy
Ichi
game.
Tanya Dora, Ura hits. It's a Hanuman.
Oh,
So easy for Max. He just gets out of last place. Had a feeling you can't keep him down for too long.
Wait, is that second?
Not
No,
quite,
just not quite,
a
not
little bit
quite.
short, but still respectable finish. Getting almost back to
Yeah, very
30,000
necessary.
points. Respectable
Negative
fourth as well from
6.7.
Kenya as well.
Oh yeah. If you're acting like that's one of the negative 6.7 is tolerable, especially with where you were sitting prior to.
But it is Ari the winner. Managed to sneak out the victory despite Ryan making a big comeback on his dealership. Just managed to pull out enough points. And by the way, that was a Hanuman Oyakabuni, right? That was 3,000 more points that Ari lost than that Ryan lost. So winning those two hands to add to the buffer allowed Ari to retain the lead and eat the dealer symbol penalty. So those wins were very important. And this will be a nice 24.6 of the total.
Very, very nice pickup. Ari continuing to climb there. Sort of fun. I do not believe we have any games going currently. However, it is worth noting that there was, I don't know if it was mentioned earlier in stream, there was a Yakuman tonight.
Was there?
That seen on stream? Yeah.
We did not see that. Well,
It was
no
with Matthew
spoilers.
Benyi. I'll just say the players. It was Matthew Benyi, Korak, and Amy.
So you're telling me just after we switched off their game, somebody got a Yakuman?
I mean, that's how it works, right? Like,
all right. We're opening it up.
yep. Looks like
See,
game
it wasn't
1,
this game.
3-3-7-2.
It wasn't game 3 where there were 2 Baimon Sumos, including a Korak Chitoi, of all things. How did we possibly miss that? You know what?
More of a cryptid than a Yakuman.
Korak, has a well-known distaste for Chitoi, but I feel like he's been winning a lot of Chitois lately. Maybe this has something to do with his recent success. His A1 division victory into championship. He had a couple clutch Chitois along the way. I think now that Korak has added Chitoi into his arsenal, is he just unstoppable?
Are you going to tell Korak to his face that the thing standing between him and an Armel championship was Chitoi? I think those are fighting words.
Just look at the numbers. Notably low Chitoi rates, and now he just wins Hanumans and Baimons like it's no problem. Truly the shortcut. All right.
Oh.
I've got this game pulled. And let's get the player that one as well. Korak, give the championship to me. You won a big Chitoi during that championship run, right? The dealer Hanuman that got you out of last? I mean, that was the difference. Give me, yes, please give that cheat toy back. Then give me the championship. All right. We got our game here. Now there are 2 7-dans at this table, so we don't actually know who it is that won this one, unless you've memorized the R.
I can take a slight guess. I can.
Boom.
I can.
I think I see where this is going. The Hatsu right after it got cut.
Boom.
Palm. We'll see.
Boom.
Palm. Oh no. So
This is the POW scenario.
we do have POW on in this league. Toyman now needs to win this
Gee.
hand. And they're gunning for it. Tempai though, 5-8 pin.
Boom.
Phone. And now Shimocha has no incentive to drop Manzu. They're not paying out anymore. At least not the brunt of it. It is the full payment. 32,000 points. But
for those that may not encounter it, POW, what that means, the POW basically means feeding like Yakuman like this. So because Toyman across the way threw the thing that confirmed
Boom.
the third Hatsu triplet, because if it was concealed, this would not apply. Because it confirmed this triplet, it means that Toyman will then pay total on a sumo because because the effect of the rule is it's basically their fault.
yeah, you gave them the Yakuman, you have to take responsibility.
Yeah, and even if someone else deals in, the POW means that the person that Toyman would still be paying half.
So at that point, the player that deals this in is incentivized to win their hand at all costs, because they're paying no matter what happens, with the small exception being if the other 2 players deal in, they're only playing half. But the other 2 players are just going to fold. They're going to fold, and they're not going to help the other player win their hand. So, especially when this is a Chinitsu. Now, why did this happen? Well, Hatsu comes out, no call, paired up 1 Tadashi,
Boom.
Pon, so they haven't had a chance to draw the Hatsu. So they would have had to pair up the Hatsu in that 1 tile, or have had the pair to start and have skipped the call. And you wouldn't really expect the player to do that. So the only realistic scenario is they, in 1 tile, drew the Hatsu.
Boom.
Statistically unlikely, but in this case,
G.
really punishing.
Yeah. And at that point, when you're Toyman, yeah, you panic. You're pushing this flush like it's your job, because at this point, it is your job.
Yeah, you know that
need
the
to
6
win.
pin is bad. It doesn't matter. You're jamming because you're going to pay the same amount if they'd simul. And unfortunately,
You look at the other players. Look what they're doing. They're
Just
folding
follow
like
cutting.
it's their job, because it is their job.
First of all, no Manzu discarded, and then secondly, all Genbu to the Yakuman that's showing. And that was the Daisanga. The winner of this hand was, in fact, Matthew. So congratulations. He was sitting kind of middle of the pack. But after this game, at a 43.3, it is going to be definitely higher up in the standings in A1.
You know what's some fun thing about POW as well that I learned recently studying to do some refereeing later this year, and this seems like a headache for scoring, is that if you have multiple Yakuman at play, like let's say that someone has all honors and like big dragons, the POW only applies to one of the Yakumans, which can make the scoring very complex because you have to calculate POW for only half of the score.
Yeah.
So if they sumo, you POW half of it.
Add Homebot to the mix, then you can confuse yourself.
Someone says, chat, besides Winds, Dragons, and Orphans, feel like the other Yakuman are a bit more rare. You say that. The 2 most common Yakuman, I think, statistically, I think from what I've seen, Orphans tends to come up a lot. And then Suanko, I believe, is probably the 2nd most common, just because if you think about it, you can build Suanko with any tiles. They just need to be triplet.
But yeah, Dragons, Kokshi, the orphans, and then Sulanko, I believe, are the most common ones.
Or yeah, orphans is second just because like sometimes your hand's just that bad and like um it some people just other players maybe just don't respect it. Um yeah, like winds is actually one that kind of doesn't come up often enough, and it's because of that kind of feeding thing. When someone has two pairs of winds, you'll see a lot of players like very much shy away from cutting anything else around it. Like even at two wins, it's not even like, oh, three wins scene, I'm staying back. It's even you see two wins spawned that you're like, I don't want to touch that.
I mean, part of it is just
Just in
math,
case that
right? For dragons, you need to get 3 triplets. For wins, you need to get 3 triplets and a pair. So you just have a little bit more work to do.
oh yeah. Whereas I said earlier with 4 concealed triplets, like yes, it is hard to draw those kinds of triplets, but you can use any tile.
Yeah.
Like it's not a tile restriction; it's just a quantity restriction. But it's funny that because its cousin, 4 quads, is next to impossible. Like just because you're now having to get a perfect set of 4 different tiles. But in any case, that's enough about statistics. Who likes statistics in Mahjong? Like,
You know, there are whole books of mahjong written with just compiling various statistics.
nah.
Don't read those.
Like I've said before, every decision ever, if you ever want to just not have to worry, like if you're ever folding, it's 50-50. It either deals in or it doesn't.
We don't need more strong statistical players playing mahjong. Don't make it too hard on the rest of us. All right, we've got come to the conclusion of today's set of games. We had some fantastic ones. Even if we missed the Yakuman, the games that we did see were highly entertaining. And we'll look forward to next week catching more round 3 action. That will be the second week. Most of the series will be finishing up and getting to the turning point. Getting to the turning point where players start to look to their overall standing. Still, generally, a good principle is to just play your game, even if you are way up or way down, because the standings will change dramatically in the next couple of rounds.
Oh, yeah.
As long as your game is
Everybody's
good, then keep doing it.
Yeah. I think it's another week, maybe 2 of like it almost just feels like pure scramble. Just do your best. But it's at least maybe start to good acknowledge, especially if you're very high, very low, like start thinking about like why, like maybe leaning some decisions. Honestly, even if you're middle, like because especially like looking at this like A2, right? Like you want to try to get up into A1 if you can. Like that's the goal. You're so close. Like it doesn't feel worth it to maybe settle. So
Yeah, and the mark to beat, like no one's super running away. Carl's at 166, Jason at 165, but no one's over 200 yet. So there's certainly and those numbers will definitely change up and down.
And don't be dissuaded because then something might happen like what happened to me, where I was at plus 90 something going into my last session, and now look at me, I'm at plus 5. So your opponents might just do that, and therefore like it might give you a chance. So you never know. So you never count yourself out. But
All right.
thank you so much for hosting this evening. It was
Absolutely,
a ton
Ty.
of fun
Thanks
to
for
watch
hopping
and to
in.
drop in. Yeah.
And Carl as well earlier, leading the A2 division and hopping on the commentary, sharing his thoughts. Appreciate it very much. And thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next week for sure. Don't forget to like all of our stuff. Check out our socials. And if you'd like to rewatch the broadcasts, even after the sort of 2-week VOD reserve on Twitch goes down, they all get ported over to our YouTube channel, which is just at American Ricci on YouTube, or you can follow this tiny URL link as well. And the website as well, AmericanRicci.org, allows you to sign up for the next league if you're not a part of the league just yet. You can check out AmericanRicci.org. It's a couple months, maybe 1.5 months away. We're getting close to that.
Yeah, April. Yeah, you got until April 6th. So there's plenty of time if you want to sign up for the next season.
But even if you sign up ahead of time, you have the opportunity to play as a sub. We saw even in the game today, we had a substitute player hop in and join a very tough table in A2 and do really well. Ryan got second place and a first place. I saw in the game results. So did very well in his sub, his job as a sub. And you could be that person too. Check out AmericanRishi.org for that, and also to track all the divisions, even when we're not streaming. That being said, look forward to seeing you next week, and catch y'all next time.
Yeah, y'all have a good night. Take care.